We're live.
Hello, welcome to Plat Chat VALORANT episode 242. Our team has been kicked from VCT. Brennan and Sideshow, they're fired. Sliggy, he's been removed. He's going back to Counter-Strike to become an observer. TMV is becoming a football coach for the Wolverhampton Wanderers.
To be fair, they need one. They need one.
Do they? What's going wrong with the Wolverhampton
coach,
Wanderers?
they hired another one. They're bottom of the Premier League. No wins so far.
Oh,
no
boy.
wins.
Yeah.
No wins.
They're the apex of the Premier League right now.
You never want to be the apex of the Premier League.
That's true.
Is there any hope for them?
No,
For our Wolves?
absolutely not. They're going down. Absolutely.
All right, well, good to start
It
with a
turns out
recap
there
of
was
the Premier
people who were
League.
complaining when the Wolves Twitter was like, "We made it to third in VCT Masters Toronto," and all the people from Wolves were like, "Sign a fucking right back." Well, it turns out they were right.
Good to see that we're on the wrong side of the Wolverhampton Wolves fan base again. Okay, we were in New York, as you know. People in the chat. Now, TMV wasn't in New York. And he's
I
got
wasn't
votes
in
to
New
pick up
York.
that. Brent,
Sliggy wasn't in New York.
It was only you.
All right, well, okay.
We,
the collective,
the royal
the royal we. Well, Sliggy, okay, first of all, Sliggy never leaves his house. So we knew that was a non-starter. Bren was invited, but would rather go to some government,
Yeah, I had a
appointment.
green
out with
card.
the
I had a
government,
green
that's what
card
it was.
interview that they scheduled at the same time. So that's why
Bren
I
wanted to be
couldn't
affiliated with the government, so that's why he...
go. Hold on. What?
And TMV's, I mean, mad that he didn't get an invite, even though he lives on the other side of the world. Crazy stuff, honestly.
Unlucky.
Unlucky.
Anyway, for the three of you that couldn't attend, Kurt made a slideshow to commemorate the trip, so you can view it through.
nice.
What?
Yeah. Oh
you
no,
can view it through Kurt's lens.
my hotkeys aren't working on my stream deck.
Oh no!
How is this possible?
Shit.
Oh wait,
I
you know
promise
what?
you, the slideshow exists.
This just vamp. I know what's wrong.
Is this all of the? Hold on. Is this the pictures that I saw get posted? I'm not gonna lie. I was like the SpongeBob meme where Squidward is looking through the blinds and he's seeing like Patrick and SpongeBob having fun running around, and I was watching everybody have fun in New York, and you're all on you're taking trains, and you got the flashes on. There's like these candid photos being taken, and I was sat here. Not watching the Red Bull coach.
All right, we're at the Big Apple.
Oh wow!
So I made a nice little slideshow for everybody to commemorate our time in the Big Apple. We went to
Oh,
the Big
that's
Apple.
great. Oh, wait.
Very
So
nice.
here's a
Oh,
I added,
Go on,
some,
Kurt,
I
you
added
present.
some captions to explain the pictures. Went and got a bagel. Ass was really hungry. Shio's here. What's up, Shio? And then we got pizza. We went to
What?
John's and Bleecker. Mimi ate so many pizza slices. It
These
was
could be from
delicious.
2002.
Yeah,
I took it with a
easy.
digital
Like it.
camera from like
Oh,
2009.
okay.
Wow.
There we go. That's why.
And then Sideshow, we were just waiting for him to show up to the live show. Did he show up? He did. And then we had a great live show. We had a great time. And then we decided to hang out with the NYPD for a little bit. Mimi especially very excited.
Uh-huh.
And then there's me and Connor. Connor looking
Kurt, your evil
good.
twin?
Good.
Yeah, we were trying to. We should
Kurt
get
is
Connor
Kurt
to
with a
grow a
mustache.
mustache. We were not going to have him on the show. We're only going to have him on our co-streams and pictures of him. And then this is so hard, dude. I couldn't. Have you ever done this like trust fall thing? They did this in
Yeah.
front of the train tracks for some reason. You hold your friend's arms and then lean back. I
it
couldn't
makes
do
no
it.
sense.
It's actually
No,
so hard.
I'm not sure that it was you. Connor was also.
It was me and Connor.
I don't know. Kurt and Connor couldn't get it, and Connor was just hip thrusting the entire time into Kurt. It didn't make any sense. It was like there was no bodily control going
trying
on
to push-
whatsoever.
Kurt into a train? Like what? What do you mean?
I mean,
No,
it
we-
just more looked like he was trying to have sex with him. He was just
Yeah,
thrusting
even
at him
better.
repeatedly.
All right. Anyway, this is a great picture of Bala, and I didn't have any pictures of Bala, which is so sad. And this is the one I
Dude,
have.
look at this one. Yeah, you caught him in all his glory here.
Wow.
And there's Mimi, what's it called, soy jacking over the train. Check this out, and that's it.
That was a great.
That's
Dude,
really
that's
good.
nice.
Thank you.
It really felt like I was there.
Yeah, it really felt like we were there in 2001.
Yeah, it really does.
Although, what were we? We didn't go to
What
New
were we
York in
doing?
2001.
What were we doing in New York in 2001?
Didn't go to New York in 2001.
What were you doing there?
Okay. I just meant the quality of the digital photos.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
Now, if you would like to,
Flashbacks.
That's
if
crazy.
you
You just picked 2001 out of nowhere.
is-
though.
that is
That's
crazy.
wild.
That's when I first got my digital camera, I think. When you become a member to the show, if indeed you become a member to the show, you can ask a question every week. We had somebody who submitted some extremely cool map data, but we're not going to show that on stream just yet because it was honestly too complex for the mortal brain.
Map
to...
data. Does it just
Oh.
confirm that the maps are shit? I've got some data for you. The maps are shit. There we go. Let's move on.
Sliggy's been working on his grand thesis.
Took me 10 seconds to get all
the
the
first
data.
data point and the only data point.
No, sure. No, there's two data points, surely. There's like Abyss is going up a little bit. Abyss went from completely shit to less shit. So like the line is great. The lines, they're going to be the best maps in the world in a couple of years. Surely. We just got to
Are
extrapolate.
we all
as if
feeling
we're a
jaded?
crypto.
Is that what's happening? Valorant's got the 5-year mark, and we're all just because I'm feeling like Sliggy.
What does that mean?
Well, normally you're just a beacon of you're quite positive.
No, I just hate the maps. I like the game.
Okay,
That is a
Okay.
big part of the game.
not like
to
me.
be
I'm,
fair.
I'm hating everything right now.
Tell us how you really
what-
feel, Bren. Give us like a
I
couple
do.
bars.
I don't think that's a good idea on the show right now. I don't think that's a great idea. If I was speaking my, dude, you do not want me speaking my truth right now. We will actually. It won't be a bit. We will actually get fired. It's just.
Well, then instead, what if we solved a VCT connections puzzle made by one of the fans?
Okay.
This is proper. This is an off-season episode if you've ever seen one. We do actually have some genuinely interesting stuff coming up. We're going to be talking about TALON getting removed, a bunch of teams and their performance at Red Bull Homeground where we saw them. TenZ has got his community show. We've got Game Changers Champions as well. But for now, let's solve a VCT connections puzzle, okay? This is the member question was.
Wait, I kinda messed with
this
it.
is the member question. It was like, here's a link to the game. I think they've made it, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they linked
okay.
the game and then they linked the answer right under the game, so I didn't show the question.
okay, good,
Okay.
good.
Well, Bone Cold's in there, so I feel like it has to
This
be
is,
champ winners.
Gotta be.
Attendees
Gotta be
of.
champions.
Wait, you want to do winners?
It has-
would-
but what else would Bone Cold
Oh no,
link
it could
to?
be. It could be people who were at the very first.
Yeah, this is. I think it's people who were at the first Reykjavik.
Oh no, but he wasn't at the very
He
first.
wasn't at the
Reykjavik.
first
Oh,
Reykjavik.
but
He
we
was at
get
the
Bone
first
Cold out there
champs.
then because we got Dapper.
Wait,
We
what
got
is,
Zelsis,
are
we
we
got
just
Wiki.
guessing the question? Is that what you meant to do?
Yeah, you have to
Meant
guess.
You
Connection.
never play
What is the-
connections.
Right.
Bro walks away
No.
instead. Bro never entertains his chat during a break, and you can tell.
No,
I
dude,
mean, you
I
just
follow,
leave.
I follow the watch party guidelines. It says if you don't do this, you'll actually lose your watch party rights. And when they decide to put the hammer down, I'll be the only streamer remaining
Yeah,
because everyone's
you will.
fucking disrespecting the shit out of it.
You will be the only streamer remaining.
Yeah,
Dude, I was doing a co-stream of EMEA Ascension, and Yinsu is pulling up random people's streams and dobbing them in for breaking the
yeah,
guidelines.
good. It's about time. We need the police out here, man.
That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, let's go for people who are at the first Reykjavik. then.
I think it's
Brent-
first Reykjavik.
Brent's on the tail with
Dapper,
that.
Vanity.
Vanity.
Whippy?
Whippy wasn't right.
Yeah.
He had to get
No.
replacement.
Yeah,
He had to be replaced because he couldn't get a visa.
Oh,
He
really?
got replaced by Jammies.
Yeah.
So who else was
Wait, is
there?
that it?
That's it.
Well, there's only
So
three, I don't
immediately
think
it's
it's that.
fallen flat.
Is that it?
Okay, all right. So maybe
So
we
it can't
do
be that.
champs winners then.
Champs winners Bone Cold,
King
Kankan,
One.
Aspas.
Yeah.
Aspas.
Oh shit, yeah, there's
Oh,
too
yeah.
many of them.
Cena.
No, we can't start
Cena?
here. We can't start here. There's too many of them.
Demon
Wait, what
One.
do you mean too
There's
many?
Demon
Guys,
One.
someone needs to give me
Demon
some
One.
kind of
Demon One.
instructions.
What do you need 4? Okay,
You need four,
Sliggy, if you've never
Yeah.
played the game before,
No,
Jesus
I
Christ.
genuinely never played.
Okay, sorry. I'm getting
Why are
frustrated
you
for
getting
no
so
reason.
mad at him? He's never played the game before, Joe.
Yeah, there's probably me and one other guy in
Because-
chat as well.
Because I thought you were rage baiting, and now I've realized that you weren't
now
rage
you're
baiting.
raging though.
And
I'm
now
a stickler
I've
for
been
the rules,
baited.
dude.
I'm so
Stickler
sorry.
for
I'm
the
so
rules.
sorry.
I watch all of the tech pauses.
Here's the rules. Here's the rules. There are 16 names here. They correlate into 4 groups of 4. So you need to find out what the rules are that create the 4 groups of 4. So, for example, one of the rules might have been 4
cool.
of these are champions of VCT. 4 of
Yeah,
these
yeah,
were
okay,
at the
cool.
first event. That kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I like
Sorry,
it.
sorry for raging at you.
Oh,
I
it's
thought
fine.
you were trolling me.
No, dude.
I can't
I've never seen
conceive
this
of a
in my life.
world where you haven't seen or heard of connections.
Man, I don't like the side games of Valorant. I just like Valorant. Yeah, you guys are out here playing the mini games on the side.
I'm gotta be honest, when I'm co-streaming, most of it's about the mini games. Not much of it's about the game itself.
Does every watch party just not enjoy the game?
I don't know. I don't know.
I get compliment. The main compliment I get on my stream is, "Damn, this guy watches the game." Like, what? Surely that's the bare minimum.
It's quite difficult to lock in for long periods of time, and then you have like little interim pauses where it's like I can sit through and VOD review if it's like, if it's like yesterday I watched 4 matches of Game Changers straight because I could just skip all of the in between. But when you're watching live, there's so many interruptions.
Yeah.
I'm not made for that. I'm made for picking
That's
up
all
nuts
part
off the
of it.
floor in a forest. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This man's made for watching out for
I'm
the
made for
wolves.
watching out for the tiger while the hunting party goes out,
Right.
and we're gonna bring meat and nuts and foraging back.
Mhm.
You know,
It's good to know for the future.
Which of these players would be the best at meat and nuts foraging?
Maybe
Maybe that's the
who are
key.
the ones with undiagnosed ADHD?
Mm.
'Cause that's
Let's
what I was
diagnose them
implying.
live on the show.
Yeah.
What if they were like, what if it's just like duelists who swapped roles or something?
Oh, really? Can
What
it be
a
that
terrible-
niche? Yeah.
No.
Is it
I
not the
mean-
symbol? It's not just like IGLs and it's like Bone Cold, Rossi, John,
Okay, it could
and-
be.
Vanity.
Yeah, I guess if it was made,
Is it-
well, also Marv has IGL'd at some point, but yeah, I wouldn't call him an IGL.
Zelsis
Yeah,
now
go on
is-
then. These are IGLs. We were wrong.
Oh,
One and
It
two.
also
wrong.
says
Okay.
if you're
We were
one
wrong.
away, it will say you're one away. So that was
that was
Wait.
very wrong.
It's
That
very
was
wrong.
exceptionally wrong.
Okay.
People who are known for doing well in scrims. Nah.
That's
Dude, oh
so
my God.
wild.
This is not that hard.
What
I
is that?
swear.
Yeah.
I think that the easiest way to do it is find the people who are like the weirdest names, right? The ones who like someone like
Like
Whippy,
Bone Cold,
right?
Whippy,
Like what
yeah.
did Whippy do in his career, or like where he was on C9, right? Like you got Vanity.
Okay,
Zelsis was on
well,
C9.
how about people who couldn't attend a tournament and had to be subbed for?
Who's that?
Yeah,
Got
who is
one.
that?
Well,
We've got one.
Okay, we got a connection. One.
we've got Whippy.
Wait, Ye was on C9.
Okay, yeah, but
X-
Ye was also
X-
on C9.
What about
Rossi was on C9?
Rossi was
Oh,
on
Rossi's
C9
on
as well.
C9. For God's sake, C9.
Yeah.
Never
What about no, there's too many of them. I was thinking
Not as
players
simple
that
as,
are
like-
known for their opping.
That's what I was going to say. CNED, Aspas,
Kang
Kang, Cryo.
Demon 1 though. No, Demon 1
Yeah,
is
this guy is on
now.
offer. Yeah,
Yeah.
lock it in.
Yeah, do
Wait,
do
what are we doing?
CNET, Aspas, Kang, Cryo. Players that are known for their opping.
Jesus Christ. Why is this so tough, though?
Wait, who was the third one?
Aspas.
Aspas.
Oh, of course. One
Two
away.
One away?
One away.
One away. Okay,
Oh.
so wait, you've got
Wait.
Ye there as well. Is it like best chambers of that year
I mean,
or
they're all
something?
duelists.
If you
so
get-
take away Cryo, right?
Take away Cryo, I think, yeah. But yeah.
One
For
away.
God's
this
sake.
game.
That,
One
that
away.
means though it is Ye and Cryo and not one
Okay,
of the
yeah.
others.
Yeah, I think it's not CNED. Isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know. I feel like it's not C.
It could be
not
highest rated
CNED
chambers,
plus
yeah,
Ye.
without CNED.
Yeah, I think weren't those the highest rated chambers of that year. You got to get rid of CNED, Kurt, and then add Ye. I think. Surely we
Go
won't
for it.
lose right here.
What?
Jesus Christ! Wait, but
Wait, okay.
that wasn't even one away.
MVPs, right? Take out Cryo and put in CNED. Have we done this already?
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's one
Ah,
away.
dude, this game's going to take all episode.
Well, because we don't even know what the
We can do
connection
this,
is.
We can do this. We can do. As soon as we get one, it'll get infinitely easy.
If we get 10 incorrect, we lose. Okay? That's the rule.
Okay, well, let's just lose then.
All right. Give me some guesses.
One away.
Give me some
Who else
guesses.
could it be?
Okay.
Look,
Hold the fuck.
Hold on, we're one away. I
What-
can't
what
remember.
if
I
it's-
looked
what-
away when we were trying different combinations.
Did we do Kang Ye Aspas Demon 1 as
Oh, Demon 1. Is it?
because
Is
they're
it?
oh, wait, no,
yeah,
that doesn't make any
MVPs.
sense. Oh, MVPs of
Wasn't-
champs.
One away?
Seen it had one in MVP.
How many? Dude, there's no way.
Did he know it wasn't Zeke?
Zeke? Oh, it
Well,
actually was Zeke. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
Then didn't Pancada win instead of Aspas?
Well, yeah, the Aspas
Did we
was not
have
the
an award
MVP.
back
We
then?
didn't have the award, and also, yeah, I've looked it up, and it wasn't Pancada. Pancada won the Spike.gg MVP.
Hmm.
Try this, and then CNET. See what happens.
So CNET here?
Yeah, let's brute force.
Yeah, do it.
Right.
Let's brute force it.
Is this what you final answer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go for
yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh no, only 3 more lives.
This
Dude,
is,
this
Put in
is
Bone Cold.
horrendous.
don't put in Bone Cold.
Doesn't make sense.
Dude, what if it's players that have been on X amount of rosters, and we've accidentally been brute forcing the wrong
What
thing?
if it's not? What if it's not Kang and it is Cryo?
Yeah. What if it's not Kang?
Wait,
Well, it
hang
has to.
on.
We know it's Ye and Aspas, don't we?
No, we knew it.
Oh
Was,
no, we know
I don't
it's
think we know
Ye and
anything. Mate.
Cryo.
I don't think we know anything.
Try it.
This?
Yeah.
Lock it.
It's
Fuck.
How is that not
Dude,
even one
all right,
away?
we got to give up on this one. We got to give up on this one.
You have
Surely
two
we've got to find a
more
different one.
chances.
What if it's people with cold names? Icy, bone cold, cryo cells. Is there anyone else that has a name that means cold?
No.
I mean, one's for
Unless
And
you're
we were one
Demon
away.
1, and then you're in hell.
Whip-
and it's
Whippy,
all
Whippy,
people on it.
a Whippy,
Ice
a Whippy
cream?
is like a type of ice cream.
Bro, we were one away without
That's
any
such
of
a-
these players.
No
That's
one
such a reach,
outside
but
of
I
the
like
UK calls ice cream a whippy. I promise.
Who
There's
made
no way
this?
this is correct.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
Dude,
we're
use your
British,
fucking
yeah.
brain. I know the answer.
What? Okay, what about Marv the Iceman?
There
Marv
you
the
go.
Iceman.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
That's one of them.
There's freezing names. I'm not
Oh
sure
my
about that
god,
one.
that's one of them.
Dude, that's such a rough connection, bro. That's
is.
Cloud9.
crazy.
And then-
Cloud9.
That's,
No,
that's
that is a rough
flames.
connection.
Okay,
If it's-
what's Marv doing there?
There's
That's
three
what I'm
more.
saying.
There's 3 more.
Sentinels
Lock
players.
in. Lock in. There's 3
Sentinels
more.
players. Dapper, Pancada, Zelsis, and John QT. Sentinels players.
Okay.
Damn.
Sentinels.
And they were all
Sentinels.
Sentinels. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Clever.
Jesus Christ, yeah, because it's Pancada.
Cloud9.
Okay,
no?
we got this.
No.
Okay, Aspas, Kang, Ye, CNED. How did we not click all 4 of those names last time when we were trying to brute force
We must
things?
have.
Wait, no, Demon 1 is still in there.
Wait,
Please
wait,
don't submit
wait.
this. Don't submit this.
But take away Aspas and then put
What's
Demon
what's
1 in,
the
and
other
it's
one
champs.
though? What?
It's champs winners, right?
Oh.
No,
Ye
yeah,
didn't win.
yeah,
Ye
didn't
didn't
No,
win.
Ye didn't win it.
Well,
Well
did
then,
win champs.
get rid of
No,
Ye.
no,
then
Ye
get rid of
won.
Ye.
Get rid of
one.
Ye and Demon 1. Have we
We
done
already
this
do
before?
this.
Oh,
How did we
okay,
not
let's
do
go.
that?
How did we not try that? I don't get it.
And then
Wait,
what is
whoa,
this?
whoa.
Hold on.
What
whoa,
is
whoa,
this
whoa.
one?
Yay, Whippy, Vanity
Who cares?
Rossi,
Just click
Rossi.
it.
No,
Is
it's
it
C9.
C9? It has to be C9.
C9.
Why are you guys trying to work it out? Just click it. It will tell us.
C9
Okay,
doesn't
C9.
want to play with you anymore. Is fucked
Because
up.
the game is you can't just, even though you've got the final 4, you still have to work out what connects them.
No, you don't.
It's a great point. It's a great counter argument.
You don't. He's got you.
He's right. He's right.
Folks, he
He's
is
right.
correct.
He's right.
Okay, so moving on from the rage bait segment of our show. Oh my god, I think the people are not going to be happy with us about that. Public service announcement just before we start. Bear in mind we're half an hour in and we haven't begun the episode yet.
Jesus.
We are currently, but this one the fans will be happy for. We are looking for shorts editors, but not just any old shorts editor. We could find any old shorts editor.
Someone who's good.
No, specifically, what we're looking for more than anything is that you are actually watching the show. Like the people who watch the show regularly, who know Valorant, who know us, and have some experience, hopefully some quality experience, making shorts. We have had people make shorts before, famously, the he mollied himself and that other kind of shit, right? But we're looking for somebody who's like very ingrained in the in the Plat Chat community to make some shorts for us.
Because Kurt's just tuning out. Like, he would do it, but he's just...
I'm pulling it in,
He's
man.
not
I'm
paying
pulling
any
it in.
Bro, Kurt's got a job.
Yeah, why doesn't Bren do it? Bren doesn't have a
Exactly.
job.
I don't have a job. I'm fine. That's what we established at the beginning of this episode.
But this is a paid job, so I mean, we're not saying that it would be salaried, obviously, but this is
We're
on
gonna give you
a.
health insurance.
But you would be paid for each of the shorts that you produce at what we would consider to be the market rate. Maybe that would differ from what you would consider to be the market rate, but that's to be discussed later on. So you can email platchatshorts@gmail.com with hopefully some kind of portfolio. So at least, even if you don't have like the most polished portfolio in the world, at least include a few examples of shorts that you've made in the past. Or if you think that you would be up to the task but you haven't made any in the past, feel free to create some like, demonstrations of what you would do, I guess. And we'll, if we end up using them, we'll pay you for them as well. So we're not trying to lure you into creating free labor for us here. Let's move on with the actual show 25 minutes in. Talon have been removed from VCT Pacific.
Yeah.
They're gone. They're done.
Rip.
And I always said it was about time. That's a lie. I didn't say that. I mean, honestly, I don't really have a take on this other than, what was it? Because they were going through financial trouble at the time.
Yeah, they're poor.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a bit like the Bleed scenario, except without as much scandal, I think.
I don't know about that.
You don't think? I mean, they've
No,
been
I mean, the
failing to
Bleed
pay
were
out
just-
some of their obligations.
Bleed were doing crazy stuff, though. They were making outrageous promises. I think that's unfair.
Sure. But at the end of the day, if you have any level of financial promise to pay somebody and then you don't, you are in a bit of trouble.
Sure.
there.
Yeah. But at least they didn't double down like Bleed.
Yeah,
did.
they did. They
Come on,
didn't.
Aspas.
Yeah.
You know that contract, 110K a month. Get over here. We've got no money. but here's an offer. That was crazy behavior. At least they weren't doing that.
Yeah, so there's quite a lot of details involved in this, though. But the one of the things that we've got on the screen right now from Riot Jake is that one of the replacement team that they're looking for is one of the primary things that they're looking to do is get a team that resonates with their Thai community. So maybe that doesn't mean literally a Thai org, although I'm sure they would prefer something like that. But they want to maintain some level of Thai representation. I think people might have misunderstood this a little, though, because I don't think this means to any degree that the players are actually guaranteed their position on the new org. It would probably be sensible for a new org to pick up the players because this was a pretty decent team. But VCT is very much an org run kind of thing.
Ecosystem.
Frost was saying on his show that he was talking to 4 different organizations, none of them Thai, I think, to try to see if he could like smooth this process out and just go straight from keep the whole Talon roster together basically and just port them to a different organization. But Riot was like, no, we'd rather handle it, please. Which is fair enough, I think, but credit to Frost for trying to put his players first in a difficult situation.
Yeah, that's a cool move. It does suck. Like, it does suck for them. Like, they're the ones that kind of get owned the most, especially as it's so late in the season. Like, I could see a lot of teams that if this had happened, a month earlier, maybe even 2 months earlier, that they would just be able to find homes. I know some of them do have language barrier teams, which would obviously limit some of it. But yeah, it's sad. I guess we'll see what happens. I don't think they'd all be able to stick together as a 5. Or they'd at least have to. If they did stick together as a 5, they would.
Even if a Thai org just comes in and they're like, we don't know, like, who the hell to pick up. Wouldn't you want to just pick up Talon?
As long as the players don't get outrageous with their contracts. Because I think as soon as you know they're trying to get all 5 of you, people could get greedy. It happens. Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to it and they agreed and they were pretty civil about it, sure.
But the thing is as well, though, this is the last, like, this to me is a bit different to other things that have happened in the past, like the G2 guard situation or whatever as well, like, because it's just, like this essentially is a 1 year, right? Like,
It's the last year of Valorant.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's Bren's last year of Valorant,
Not mine, just in general.
just in general.
For everyone.
Well,
Dude,
there you
last
go.
year was Bren's last year of Valorant. He's fucking gone.
that perhaps makes it a bit simple. I do have a feeling that it might be Boom for that reason, because they know Boom, and Boom know how to set up, and it's on a shorter time frame.
Dude, that would be insane if Boom managed to
I've
get
got a
back in
feeling.
twice
It's only for
on a
year anyway.
technicality.
It's only for a year, and they know that Boom.
Yeah,
they
don't
were
have
in
too
the
many
league last year.
options.
They've got it. They know. They
That's
can
what I
just
mean, the
renew their
paperwork's already
office space
done.
or whatever.
They know how to
Do
work
it.
with them.
Yeah.
It's
It's only
the
for a year,
easiest
and then you're
option for
changing
them.
teams anyway.
Yeah.
It is kind of weird
Sure.
from an org's POV. Like, if you're the org, because I think, sorry, I'm not that familiar with Thai orgs. Is it? It's a team called like
Full sense of the
Full sense.
other one who's made a
They
ascension
like
a couple
main.
times.
There was a different organization though that people were saying
Full
were
Sense
rumored
went
to
to
be
Chance, didn't
associated with it. But now I can't remember who they were. It was something like BD or something. I can't remember the name of the org. Anyway, it doesn't really matter who it is. If you're an org that isn't already established in, like, you don't have infrastructure in Korea, which almost all of the orgs they'll be talking to don't, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Then that's an enormous expenditure to go there just for a year when you're unlikely to get into the like smaller group of teams we're imagining in 2027. It doesn't seem like I don't know. You might still end up profitable off the back of it. It might still be a good idea, but it's going to require a lot of investment in order to move to Korea and set up.
But that's why
infrastructure there for
Boom
1
makes
year of-
more sense,
No,
and
that
Boom have
is-
been in
Yeah.
Valorant the whole time.
Yeah. I could see it ending like that. It's the easier option, isn't
Oh,
it?
you're muted, Eggy.
Oh, sorry.
bringing up
The chat's
full
coming
sense, though?
clutch with Buriram United are a Thai football club that were like linked to it in terms of having some interest. So presumably they would have the capital and some level of, fan base tied to the Thai background that you're looking for. If you pardon the unintentional pun.
Dude, I was messing with the idea of Full Sense. I wasn't crazy. I looked it up. They went to, oh my god. I almost knocked over an entire cup of tea. Kimbap. Oh my god. I'm gonna go crazy. I haven't had breakfast. So whatever I was about to say, ignore it. Just keep going.
Okay, good. We also saw was it Akamaru, sorry, tweeting that the first of many when Talon got removed. Sorry, eliminated makes it sound like it's a tournament, but you have to play your best in order to stay. But that would be more like the
Yeah.
Premier League where the Wolves have fucked it. This is I can't imagine them removing anybody else this year.
Was that specifically about Pacific, or was that in general?
I think it's more in general. There was a rumor a year ago that they were going to shorten the amount of teams in VCT, right? So it might be.
Okay, chat. Sorry to interrupt. Chat's rage baiting Alice because they don't know that this is Sam Gap Kimbap. This is different to Onigiri. They're rage baiting Alice. They're trying to appropriate Korean culture and apply it to Japanese. I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm going to mute my mic. But chat needs to pack it in.
Ben's come in with the metal pipe. Yeah, I don't know where. I think that was just vague engagement bait. I don't think it's. I don't think it's.
Give
gonna
us some
happen this year.
teams. Just say some team names.
Well, just randomly throw them out.
Yeah, just throw some out.
Well, but the thing is as well, it would have to be a team we haven't heard anything about in the off season, surely. Because why would you continue making moves if you're about to be?
This is what I mean.
moved
I think
entirely?
it's fair the end of this year, surely.
End of this
Yeah,
year.
the
I
contracts
suppose
are
we-
ending next year anyway. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
unless
We
something's
know-
majorly wrong, like, just stick with it.
I mean,
because-
Joey, dude, we would have heard about it, surely.
Yeah,
We
and
know
it's pretty
teams are
late
gonna
at this point already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so nobody. You don't want to say.
Fuck it, we
you don't-
move.
You don't want to say the name of a team at all. Wolves. Wolves are gone.
Fuck it. Well, I mean, again, I have the Wolves' ownership of the prep football team might sell, so they might end up being called something different. But that's a different.
That would be so tragic, honestly, if you've become a fan of Wolves just because of the random association with the Wanderers, and now what would they end up being called as well?
Don't know.
It's like
Fosun, I think, is the company that owns them. So
Fosun. What the
think
what
it's
the hell
something
is
like
that?
that,
How do you spell that?
well, I don't even know. I think that's what it is. Hold on. Fosun, Fosun, Fosun International. I think are the ones that own Wolves.
And they're the Chinese multinational conglomerate that own it, right? Okay. So maybe they could be called like the What's
The multinational conglomerate. I can't even say it. Fuck it. Move on. Fucking move on.
They're gonna make
Yeah,
Valorant.
this is
What the
who
fuck is this? Is it a
this is
wedding
who
company?
own this is who own the Wolverhampton Wanderers and therefore the Wolverhampton Wolves.
Wow.
What in the? This is the most vague corporate thing I've ever seen in my life. Towards a brighter life. What do they invest in? Like arms?
Well, they probably just invest in tons of things, don't they? They look like they do pharmaceutical stuff. Anyway, do we care?
Can we get an audit on this company, please?
Let's talk some Red Bull homeground stuff from kind of a week and a bit ago. We don't have to dig too deep, but I do think there were some interesting things if you don't look at the match results too carefully and you look more at like the style of the teams. G2 are a really interesting team. They won Red Bull homeground after cutting JonahP for Babybay. I thought by now we would know for sure what was going on in that scenario because JonahP seemed like he was chomping at the bit to talk about it online. But maybe he is waiting until he gets a contract with another team before he spills the juice. It's been silence.
It probably makes sense because he did a tweet saying that he'll share all at one point, right?
Yeah, but at one point could be at his deathbed. Like he could be 92 years old. Like I promised I was going to tell you why they replaced me with Babybay.
Yeah, but he maybe also just realizes it's not necessarily. Maybe that was said in the heat of the moment, just after he got released, and he's realized since that sharing everything maybe isn't always the best thing for your career.
Yeah. Well, then, before we go into the G2 side of things, if you are looking at JonahP on the open market right now, surely he is good enough, and he is good enough to be an upgrade for a number of different teams.
Yeah.
So, are we expecting people to actually do that, or is it more likely he just ends kind of as
That's why people are angry.
wanderer?
That's why people were angry at this because we all know that Jonah would have got onto a team had this happened in, September. He would be on a team by now for sure. But now, like maybe as you say, he doesn't end up on a team because this happened, later on, and they were indecisive about exactly what was going on.
But if you're going to make a replacement and get rid of your flex player or your initiator player and bring in JonahP at some point in the year, better to do it now than to do it right after kickoff.
Sure, he'll get offers. I think it's probably more down to like who he wants to go to an extent, because I think he probably has some offers, but it's like he might hold out for a better team that kind of fails a little bit at stage one or kickoff, I guess. Yeah, because historically it's happened, and he could probably find a pretty good team. I would say that's the smartest move.
Is that's what you would do if you were JonahP?
Yeah,
like if Furia were saying, "Listen, come over here," you'd be more like,
I'd wait. Yeah. I'd wait and just be like, well, there should be a good team in one of the regions that needs someone.
Because that's the thing, everyone knows that he's out there, right? So he's going to be, as soon as, someone will struggle at kickoff, and people will mention, oh, they should go and get JonahP. So at some point, he should get a decent offer from someone.
Yeah.
Okay, so then talking about it from G2's perspective, any theory, Sliggy, as to what actually went on here?
Yeah, I've got nothing. I don't know anything, to be honest. It seemed like they all got on as well.
Things.
Oh, dude, what do you want from me?
I'm asking you to wildly and I would say
Basically
irresponsibly speculate.
I just think they believe in Babybay. That's it. That's all it is. They just believe. And from what they say, he's doing incredible in practice. He looked good at home grounds. I don't know. I watched JonahP and I think, well, this makes sense. A good meta for him right now.
I can speculate wildly.
Yeah, that's this.
On a player's career. And it might even be the truth. We don't know. Could be. It might not be.
Unlikely, I think.
Unlikely, but it could also
Whatever
be the
you're
truth.
about to say, I feel unlikely.
No, I think they were looking for G2 pre-Babybay was like quite a pack of quite docile boys. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't really have the dog in them as much.
Maybe
you have Jorgamo
on their team.
You have Jorgamo, right? But that's like the one player, and I think that they were looking for that injection of energy. They need somebody who's been in a frat. They need somebody who just got done fucking at 5 a.m., 7 a.m. Exactly.
Who beat Brennan Hook in a 1v1.
Yeah, and he beat me in a 1v1. He did. Although I was getting shouted at. Okay, I need to clear the air on this one because I was getting shouted at in my ear by producers because I took my jacket off and was showing nipples on Twitch, and I had the entire control room shouting at me to put my jacket back on, so I couldn't focus on the 1v1. So I think if we did it again, I think
think
we
you
would
would
have
have
win?
won?
Then
I think it would have had a closer game.
Why don't
I'm
you
not saying I
rematch
would've
it on
won.
Valorant?
Yeah.
1v1 on
Skirmish
Valorant.
mode, 1v1, baby.
Against the current active pro player that's been scrimming non-stop, whereas I have literally only been sailing in a medieval point-and-click game from 1999.
But that's
Yeah,
but
back
I-
yourself.
I would say you've got a better chance in Valorant than in Overwatch because the skill disparity is actually, if anything, smaller in Valorant. Like you were a worse player in Overwatch, weren't you?
Yes. Yeah, I was a way worse player in Overwatch. We can make this happen. We could do it. But I think that they were just missing that vocal presence to pick them up when they're down, which it helps when someone else shares that load. Because JonahP strikes me, he's always just been this rock solid, consistent player. He's always been a great player, but he's not a vocal player. He's not somebody to scream and shout and get the energy up. And I don't know, maybe they feel like they've been missing that element for the longest time, and they felt like it was an appropriate substitution to put Babybay in, having played with him.
I think he is actually. I know what you mean about him not being vocal. You mean like the energy side of things.
It's
right?
the energy
But,
side.
as far as I'm aware, Jonah. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, Jonah is very vocal. Like from the stuff that I've heard from the G2 comms videos and stuff like that, that they've been releasing now for 5 years. Jonah's a very vocal part of the team. And I think that might have been what Valen was alluding to a little bit when he was talking about during this tournament, he was like, we're coming into issues that I didn't think I wasn't anticipating us running into. Like we're having odd moments in the rounds and like strange things going on with these slow starts and whatever that I didn't even know we needed to discuss because we have a new team. But I suspect some of that might be to do with the vocal stuff that Jonah was doing, like certain timings where you call stuff and proactivity with your initiated utility might be a tough thing to appreciate that somebody's doing until they're gone. You never know you got it until it's gone kind of vibe. They did win, though, however.
No,
Maybe it was very good.
They did look good.
They did win.
Do you think they're going to be better with Babybay than with JonahP?
Depends on how you view it, I think, because I think America's is going to be better. So if you're viewing it like, will they win all 3 times in America's again? Probably not, because that's probably hard to do anyway, and America's probably going to be better. Are they going to be? But then you might judge it by like, are they going to win an international? Maybe they could have done last year. They didn't. But maybe
if we're moving into
they still have a chance.
Like if we don't have a big meta shift heading into next year, and we end up with still just double duelist predominantly being played, right? Util across the board has been nerfed. Do you think that G2's style of play would hold up? Because I don't think so.
G2 started playing.
Yeah, I think they lean a lot on duel.
Well, bringing Babybay in would probably.
Was Babybay going to play duelist? That's what I mean. Like,
no,
They
But
have
Leaf
that
would play
option, but-
duelist, and
but they didn't at all in this tournament. They played still
Yeah.
double initiated with Leaf on breach. Like
And that's what I mean.
pretty
It
much
looks like
all the
Leaf
time.
will play it.
because an off-season tournament is okay. It's a great example that you can win, but it's a lot of teams go into off-season tournaments with different goals. Like for NRG, they just won champs. They probably weren't going into it with the most realistic expectation to really try hard and win. Of course, they want to win, but what I'm saying is, it's not
having
take
a
it with
chat-
a grain of salt.
From having a chat with these guys after the tournament, it did seem like G2 were taking this tournament more seriously than NRG, but that could have just been cope at the end of the tournament because G2 won and NRG lost.
Yeah.
But I suspect that G2 had more that they wanted to accomplish in this tournament of proving that this was the right direction for the team and trying to figure out like what we need to work on as we head into the scrims coming into the season. Like there are more reasons for G2 to really try to put their all out here and figure out what the strengths and weaknesses of the squad are.
Yeah. I mean, that's normally what the offseason turns into, like the who wants it more. Dude, this was a crazy
so
round.
good.
Yeah, this was a crazy round, man. The brain, like watching Leaf at work, brain-wise, is crazy. He's
Yeah.
so good in situations, he really is. Which is kind of exciting for this. Like him leading into the flex role for next year is pretty exciting, though. He was really good. Even the breach was
Yeah.
nice. Like the
It was
utils
nice.
and the stuns are always hitting. I really hate breach at the moment, so it's a good sign. I don't know, man. It's such a weird situation. The whole thing. It just completely blindsided me. I didn't see any of this coming. but I kind of don't really know what to expect. But it's a good start.
I was so confused why they weren't running double duelist though in this tournament, because
They're
I
just
feel like
very-
that's something to test.
I don't know. Like you said,
Yeah.
they have something to prove that this change works.
Yeah.
And they would have to reinvent every map themselves.
Yeah, they
Because
definitely
they've been
would.
playing this style all year. So
And
yeah,
it sounds
but
like this was a last minute decision too.
I think
based on-
if util is still as weak as it is, and duelists are still in the state that they are, like double duelist just has to be the way moving forwards, in my mind. I've been wrong about a lot of reads on the meta before, but dude, fucking, I don't know. It feels like you're not setting yourself up to succeed for next year if you're not planning around that. And I guess they can have Leaf play that as well, because Leaf is very competent.
I think a counter argument as well would be that Yoru is the most obvious next character to nerf, which I think would really harm double duelist comps.
Oh,
and then you're probably back to playing something like double smokes or maybe even double initiator. And then you know you do want to future proof yourself a little bit towards that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's move on to NRG. Let's talk NRG with Keiko. So they came out looking like probably the best team in the tournament up until the very day of the grand finals, where they unfortunately lost was it a 9-3 or something on Corrode? They were up massive on Corrode, and then they let it slip. 8-4, I think, maybe. Yeah, 8-4. They were up 8-1 though, and they lost the map 10-13, which is a pretty seismic comeback. And then they ended up losing the next two maps as well. But this version of NRG with Keiko didn't have, by the stats, that great of a tournament. But it's, you know, early days for him. They had him playing Killjoy on a couple of maps as well. Has it shifted the needle at all for NRG in any of your minds?
Not really. It's just like, you know, they haven't had too much practice. I guess the practice that they would have had would have been with Crazy Ping on Keiko. I think he did okay. Like when rounds when they needed like hero stuff, he did some hero stuff. But it didn't like. I'm not worried or anything. It's this off-season tournament. If there's one thing we've learned, it's just to not overreact from off-season tournaments. I want to say the community's doing better at it as well. Actually, no one's. Well, I say no one. People aren't overreacting as much as we normally do, which is good.
Maybe that's because we haven't had enough 100 Thieves yet.
Okay,
I feel like
that's
they're
what it
often
needs.
involved in off-season overreactions, good and bad.
That's true.
But
Also,
for
we've
NR
had some very expected results so far, I think.
Hmm.
Like, if MIBR plays an off-season tournament and loses, the overreactions are going to go
Yeah.
crazy, I think.
Yeah, people can't wait for that. But
Yeah.
I NRG, like, yeah, they're good. They're gonna be good as long as they don't like miss out on the first international. I'll be like, this team's fine. Don't worry about it. Chill.
Yeah. The first international now having 3 teams means that, you know, I think it's a much better measuring stick as well. Like, if you do miss out in a triple elimination tournament, you've got 3 chances and you've been eliminated. You lost 3 times in the bracket. Yeah, I think it's a much better measuring stick than it used to be. All right, so no further updates about NRG. They just look solid. They look good. All good. Now, the real surprise of the tournament was ZETA Division being the best team in the world on exactly November 15th.
That's what I like about Sliggy's comment, that it's about who cares more. ZETA Division for one day, they cared a fuck ton, and then
those best of ones.
And then
They
they
cared
realized
so
they were
much.
better, and they're like, "Well, we got the confidence we need.
Well, that's actually-
let's give it to the other teams."
I want you all to know how absurd this was, because the following day, when the games were on, I'm pretty sure like 90% of the viewership was from Japan. When I looked on
that makes
Twitch,
sense.
there was like 70,000 people watching the Japanese co-streams like
Wow.
after that day, and then they lost out. So unfortunate, unlucky, really. Wasn't
It
to be.
was like tragic losses as well. They never played a close map the entire tournament. I guess you could say the ZETA G2 one was somewhat close, but it didn't really feel particularly close. Felt like a bad performance from G2, if anything.
honestly, that could have been worse. I think like ZETA could have won by more.
Mm. And then when they lost hard as well. This is the second day this year, though, that they've been the best team in the world, because they were
Still
also
like
the best team in the world
The Paper X game.
on August 3rd when
Yeah.
they beat Paper X.
It was so good that day. Like the
Yeah.
best team I watched all year that day.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So for 2 days, if they could have only synced this up in back-to-back days, I mean, maybe
Fair
not for
tournament.
this tournament, but like
I mean, they
for
had they had a
some
different lineup as well.
tournament.
Kickoff or something. Yeah.
Yeah, for kickoff, like, dude, they could have actually done something. But how do you feel about this version of the team, Sliggy? Because you watched the previous version and you said that they were the best team that you watched all year on that one day. What did you think about this version of the team?
I think they look pretty good. Absol was like the standout for me, to be honest. I think that he can be good. But then I don't really know where they stand with like the roster. I imagine they want to keep Depp in, right? So
I don't know.
I don't
I saw
really...
today that they're signing Absol now.
Oh, they
Yeah,
are signing.
Absol is
makes
confirmed.
sense.
The others
Okay.
are not confirmed yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
they
I
got
would
decisions to
expect
make.
them to keep Depp, Sugar Zero, and XDLL, and
Yeah.
then add Absol and maybe Echo, and leave out Honey Bunny.
Yeah, I think I mean, it's obviously limited amount, but that probably makes sense from what we've seen.
And
Unless
would they
there's a
be
new
able
player.
to do anything? Because the Japanese scene has been starved. They are thirsting for any level of result at all. Japan and India right now feel very underserved in terms of results. The fan base is passionate. The teams are not like horribly built. They have flashes of, moments where they can do things, but at the end of the day, they just have gone so long without anything.
Yeah, I think at this point they're just an upset team. It's like, I mean, that's what they are on their day. It looks like they can beat anyone. But the consistency just doesn't seem to be there too much. And dude, every year does teams get better and better, so it just worries me a little bit. I will say I do have more faith with XQQ, like as their coach. I feel like they have a much better understanding of like maps in general, so that's cool. And they do bring new stuff to the table as well, which is also very nice, and it's like well thought out stuff. So I think they're like an upset team. You're expected to beat them, but there's definitely days where they will look better than, I mean, most of the teams.
Everyone.
Maybe. Yeah, everyone in the world.
Yeah.
But I don't think we can put expectations on them just purely because of the past 2 years.
We just need one of the FM or Zeta to just cannibalize the other and make a Japanese super team.
I think that, yeah, it
we need
is
to
that.
sacrifice one of them
Yeah, it is that.
and let the other flourish.
Well, I thought Zeta would be the team to be sacrificed this year, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe, but
Because May is under a 2027 contract, and then the rest of the players on DFM that are under long-term contracts are pretty decent too. So seeing a good, I mean, Absol looks cracked in this tournament. I was looking at his tier 2 stats, and they weren't like through the roof. His first deaths per round were really quite high, but those don't always translate 1-to-1. Your stats at tier 2 to your stats to tier 1. But I would like to see DFM be the team that the talent goes to, because I think that building around May just gives you such a chance of success.
Yeah, I mean, he's so good.
But who knows? Maybe Zeta Division will be the best team in the world for
They're going to be the best team in the world.
Another day.
Yeah, maybe for
I haven't said anything, but they're going to be the best team in the world.
the whole year, for a week.
Sure, man. Sure. In
the last year.
Sure, man. It's based off what? Nothing. This is what the show is about, man. You just got to throw out takes.
One will
Whether
be
you
right.
know
Exactly.
they're true or not, you could just be lying to the people. It doesn't matter. You just need to get them going.
Is it possible to lie to
Get
someone
him
when you
going.
yourself don't know if it's the truth?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well,
Well,
that philosophical domain solved. Actually, anyone
Is it
with
possible
further
to lie to
complex
someone
questions.
if you know yourself it's not true?
No, if you
No.
don't know, I mean,
it's very possible to lie when you know
Yeah,
what's
when you
true and
know.
not.
and
Sorry.
if that was the question you
Say that
heard,
again.
then of course your answer was correct.
Sorry, what did you say? What was the premise?
Is it possible
This
to lie
wasn't in
to someone?
Aristotle.
Is it possible to lie to someone if you yourself don't know what is true? For example, if you don't know whether Zeta Division are going to be good or not next year, is it a lie to say they're going to be the best team in the world? It's within the realm of possibilities. All right, that's going to tackle Bren for the next 15 minutes.
Hold on.
He's pondering.
No, let me think about it. I'll get back to you.
Okay, good. We've got our finest minds on it. FNATIC. Let's talk FNATIC with Vekaj instead of Chronicle. It seems like what they're doing is having Vekaj be more of like a perma-Senti player for them, and then let Alpha do the flexing to somewhat fill in for Chronicle's role, but also fill in what Alpha was previously doing, where he gets the second duelist kind of stuff. Does seem like a good game plan to me in terms of filling in for somebody like Chron. You can't fill in 1-to-1.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair. My only worry is that Alpha, when he's off Sentinel, he'll have like his games for sure, but it just feels like he's never as impactful as when he's actually on Sentinel. But maybe he just needs like a long period of this is now your new role, because obviously he's talented enough. It's just the fact that they just always win when he's Senti, to be honest. And again, they have periods where like they'll play double duelist and it will get like a good little win streak. So that's like my main worry. The thing with Vekaj that I feel confident about, at least, was like how calm he was. He's very calm, very, very calm, and a lot of like aim duels, especially with like Neon sliding out like his aim and stuff. So I don't feel like he'll be one of the reasons they lose from like melting or just pressure, which is like a really good sign because he's got big boots to fill. So I think having someone that looked as calm as him, I think that's a great sign. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's it's always going to be a downgrade when you got to try and compare or like fill the role of Kron. But I do think this is a good move, at least Alpha switching, mainly just for him, because I think he's so sick of playing Senti. I mean, every other interview he says it.
I mean, I've had that opinion a while ago. He's always been a fantastic player, but Sentinel, he's one of those players, I think, he wants to operate off of instincts in the moment. And I'm not talking about like game sense in terms of knowing when to catch a timing based off of your team's pressure. I'm talking like the right decision making in terms of how he wants to take a fight in this moment, how he wants to use his util in this moment. Duelist just suits him, I think, way better than Sentinel does, where it's a lot of prior thinking, a lot of prior prep and planning. But they had the FNATIC of the past had an abundance of riches really with their player quality. So they could afford to put a player like Alpha on Sentinel, but now I think it is necessary to bring him in, especially when they've lost Chronicle. Yeah. I think it'll be a good change next year. I think as soon as he gets more reps under his belt, this has always been the role that I've seen him best at, just because he's got that instinctual. I don't know what to describe it. That trait that I think great duelist players have, where they just know the right play to make in microseconds, rather than thinking about the long-term planning over the course of 1 minute 40 of a round.
I think we've seen both sides of it. Like, I can think of Alfia when they tried him on Neon, like randomly at some tournaments, and it didn't go that great. But then you think of like their double duelist split where he was on Raze, and they dominated on that map for a long time when they were doing double duelist with him on Raze. So I do think there's, I mean, it might depend on the agent, it might depend on the map, but of course you don't have to play double duelist every map. I would expect that they won't, right? They'll play it on some maps, but I think it's best for them. So yeah, I think they're set up pretty well because of that. And I mean, it's FNATIC. Like, they're not like, this team has this. The fans of this team know no struggle.
Yeah.
Do you think they need a struggle year? Like, would it be better for
they
the
finished?
FNATIC
They're
arc?
gonna go complaining now that we finished second in 2 tournaments in a row last year. That's a struggle. Shut the fuck up. Try and be a fucking ZETA fan. Like, go be a DFM fan. Go be a global fan. Like you say, that's struggle.
Yeah, that is a struggle. You're not wrong.
I agree.
But I think that just speaks. I mean, that speaks words for just how good Bolster is, right? Just insane with new matters.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be fine. That's my point.
Yeah.
This is why I'm not rooting for a FNATIC struggle year, though, because I think a struggle year might end up with a retirement for Boaster, and I don't want to see that, So at the very worst, I'd like to see, FNATIC being like in the hunt for things, but missing out, and then some kind of grand
secure
revival.
him for another year. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. you got
to
bait
another year of misery for Boaster, basically. So he'd
no,
sticks
not
around
misery.
For another year.
What? Making
Close-
2 grand
close to
finals
misery.
isn't misery.
Well,
Maybe
it is.
It's not great. Not winning either.
Yeah, but I mean, at least you're getting into those positions. Like you're getting to taste the success. I think misery is not making it to international events and having to watch them from being sat at home.
I mean, that is true. Also,
That's
yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
As
It's a different kind of pain, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Now, speaking of a team that made it to every international event and always through the upper bracket, yada yada yada, Sentinels, baby. The question here posed is: should the Sentinels fans be worried after a fast exit?
They should really be worried. They need to be writing emails to Rob Moore. They need to be they need to be adding to Twitter. They need to be very concerned that the best of ones didn't go their way with a roster that they've just put together. I think it's major warning signs. Possibly need to blow up the whole roster, actually, at this point. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me.
With JonahP, I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe get JonahP in. Maybe even bring back TenZ. I don't know how much it will cost, but if we can get TenZ back in. Maybe Sassy as well.
Yeah, get TenZ and Sassy back.
Yeah. Som is
clearly
available.
needed.
We could just do a streamer team.
Ooh, TenZ, Sassy, Som. Wait, we're actually cooking with the team there, though.
Nice streamer team.
Get Finesse on there, too. Just force him to play the game for a while
I
beforehand.
think all the Sentinels fans need to panic, and I think they need to hit the subscribe button and stay in tune, in touch with what we're saying about Sentinels, because
hit that big red alarm button.
We've got our finger on the pulse. We know what's going on with Sentinels, and you don't want to miss out on that. And also, if you become a member too, it won't actually help you get any more information about Sentinels, but it will help us. So I think that's also pretty good, and that'll be useful.
So true, actually. So true.
Yeah. But no, you want the real answer? They shouldn't overreact. I think it's just the team's just thrown together. They've just formed their roster. They're testing stuff out. They're trying stuff out. They've lost a lot of key pieces, big pieces that were getting them wins. Like, I think there's no player that can replace Second. There's just not. So they're always going to be in a bit of a struggle. And they're also moving around their calling structure. Like, their entire identity has shifted much more than any other year, I would say. So you just need to give it time and see. I will give the Sentinels fans permission to overreact after kickoff.
Oh my God,
then you've given them adequate time.
But when they don't make it, are you predicting that they won't make it right there?
I think America's is kind of heat right now. What it's looking like. I mean, if there's only, I mean, there's what, 3 teams that make it because they're increasing the amount of teams that go to the first event. I think they should still have a good chance of making it, but it's gonna be tight.
They'd have to beat one of G2, NRG, or MLBR.
Yeah,
those are by far the 3 favorites to make it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think there's a tier gap after that Sentinels is in the, they're not in that pack at the top. They're in the pack below, in my opinion. So, there's teams like Lev that I am more excited about than Sen. But none of this means that Sen is going to be a bad team. It just means that you've got to readjust your expectations a little bit. Yeah.
What we've been saying the whole time. But I think, and maybe that'll take a little bit of time as well. But I think that could also be good because a fair amount of us putting the expectations relatively lower.
Yeah, and the Sen fans are a very understanding, patient bunch.
Yeah, but I think, but I don't know. I've got faith that they'll overperform at least our expectations.
Yeah, they were hanging in these games, to be fair, as well. Like the game against NRG, they beat T1, the game against G2. They were hanging in those games. They just didn't win enough to be able to go through. So I think they've also got some pretty talented players. Watching this tournament, I was impressed with Caillou. He didn't end on a good note, but the majority of the tournament was very strong from him, considering that he's now becoming the caller. And I think that Redux is the crowning jewel of this team at the moment. He was really playing nicely. The way that he was playing around the chamber demonstrated extremely good understanding of not just how to get chamber value, but how other people were going to try to push him off of his value and where he should be positioned to be able to deal with that, which I think is a sign of a very good player to build around. I would prefer that they build around Redux than build around Narrate, but I think Kaplan may be more attached to Narrate just because he's worked with him so much last year and really wants him to be the focal point of the attacking portion of the team as the primary duelist. But I wouldn't be surprised if a year down the road we're talking about how good some of the players are despite their middling performance.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Would they win an award, though?
What kind of award?
Maybe sure. Clouded. Most clouded team.
Mm-hmm.
Most clouded team at the
Most
TenZ
vocal
Community
fan base.
Awards?
Oh, I see.
Is TenZ allowed to give out awards to Sentinels, or is that a conflict of interest?
It doesn't matter. It's his event, man. He can do whatever he wants.
Does he just give them out? I mean, is there going to be a drama about how these awards are given out?
All awards shows have drama. Of course, there's going to be drama about it. But yeah, these are supposed to be, I think, somewhat official awards because he is partnering with Riot and Red Bull to do these. It is like branded as the TenZ Valorant Community Awards, so they're very heavy on the TenZ part of it. But from what TenZ was saying, they're actually gathering votes from coaches and players mostly. I'm not sure if there is any fan voting or stuff like that, but
Can I dig in on that?
Yeah.
Go on.
Because they do this in the NFL, right? And they do a top 100 players list in the NFL that's voted for by players and coaches. And it's always dog shit. It's always completely fucking dog shit. You know why? Because the players and coaches are busy practicing and playing their own fucking games. They don't watch the other teams. They don't fucking, like, they pick players like, oh, they had a good game against me.
Yeah.
They're a great player. Put them in the list. Oh, I've heard of them before. Put them in the list. The top one, if any NFL fans are out there, they'll know what I'm talking about. Because you always get this list. And it's like 33, old guy who everyone knows the name of, who used to be good and is now shit. 34, best player in the league. It's like, how has the fuck this happened? So, look, we'll see what they do. You know, I mean, next week, apparently, we're doing our Plat Chat version. And I'm just going to say it. Ours will be better.
I mean, I will say it's nice that first. I mean, listen, I agree. Let's start beefing with TenZ. Our award show is going to be better.
It's got nothing to do with TenZ. I'm not beefing with TenZ. Love TenZ.
We're doing it earlier.
We're beefing with TenZ now.
Yeah, we're beefing with TenZ now. This is the internet is manufactured and it runs off of drama, and discord between different internet personalities, and then we need to get the parasocial element in where our fans are like, this isn't permission to go to anyone's stream, by the way.
I was gonna say,
just don't do that. But don't do that. Let's be normal. But what the hell was I gonna say?
Well, you realize that your rage bait would have practical consequences.
Yeah, I
in the real
realized
world.
I had to reel it back in real time. I was like, wait a minute, probably shouldn't rally up the masses. Probably not a good idea. But one thing I will say. Big fan of TenZ doing like this in-house thing, because anything to take away influence from the esports awards, man. Because dude, they have never put in enough effort to be. It's weird how the community cares so much about it. When I speak to talent, pro players, whatever, everyone likes to be recognized, but my god, it's like, I don't know. If
people knew how they work behind the scenes, people would realize how much of a joke the esports awards actually is. And that's
Are you saying this because Mimi won one?
Yes. Yeah. As soon as a woman wins the esports awards, suddenly Brandon Sideshow are against them.
I mean, there's countless examples like them nominating. I think last year they nominated Pansy, and they used footage from someone else. I think they used
they used footage from Jess in Copenhagen.
Yeah, from Jess from Copenhagen.
And then when Mitch got nominated, they used
footage from me. Like, they just don't care actually at all about it. They're just trying to sell sponsors on the show. They don't actually give a fuck about the community. So actually having our own in-house community voting, whether through Plat Chat or TenZ, I think is a very good thing. You're taking away influence from them. It's a lot better. We just know more. We just know who is actually going to be deserving.
I've got to follow up on TMV's point. If it comes out that the awards do feel really weird, like they feel a bit wonky, it feels very much like maybe based more on like scrim results or something like that. Is the NFL one not still interesting to some degree, because it's like
people still watch it? Yeah, people are still interested. Like, the list isn't. It's not completely dog shit. You know, like, you will generally get, you know, a decent-ish ranking, but there will just be certain things that's like, how the fuck has this happened?
Because I would be interested to see, for example, you know, some of the pro players rating people based on like scrims or what they've heard about them or that kind of stuff. There is some interest there, because that's the kind of insight that we don't have access to.
The kind of thing that I think won't happen, right? Like, for instance, before Toronto, we put Jempkin as our #1 player. I feel like that kind of thing of like a player who hasn't, you know, been necessarily even to an international before, you know, that we all watched play in Pacific and was like, holy fuck, this guy's insane. Like, if you're an Americas player, you're not watching Jempkin play. It's on at fucking 3 a.m. or whatever. You know, you're busy scrimming, you're playing, you're not seeing it, right? So like that kind of thing wouldn't happen. Now, as it happened, you know,
I was going to say that might be a good thing. Jempkin wasn't the best example to support.
No, but like, you know, that's just an example of someone who did pop off that no one, you know, that I feel like that kind of player wouldn't be recognized in these.
Yeah,
kind of
they
things,
wouldn't have
but-
recognized Raga, for example, as well. Oh,
Yeah.
They would. Well, no, they
I
wouldn't
think-
have recognized.
I think it's fine. I think it's off season as well, so they'll have a little bit more time to actually be able to
True.
like look at some of the stats and stuff. Like, I think it'll be fine. I think it makes more sense to be
Well, we'll
honest.
see. No, Sliggy, ours is going to be better.
And how are we going to? One of the things that I find really funny is that when people use, for example, the stats to reverse engineer whose awards were better, because at that point you're just creating a different
The
set of
stats,
awards
yeah.
based on the stats.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a good thing to have more awards in the scene. One of the things that annoys me about, like, you know, the connections quiz that we were doing earlier, and we were saying, oh well, who even was the MVP of 2022 champs or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of discussion about that because it was a loud one. I'll give you a little bit of insight into that. There was no official award, right? Because we didn't have it at the time. They ran a poll of the Twitch chat, which had a tie between a couple of the loud players. And then Spike GG gave it to, I think it was a tie between Aspas and Les, if I remember correctly. And then the Spike GG gave it to Pancada. So I think
Having official awards.
Having
makes
official
it
awards
clear.
makes it clear, even if it's Spike gives it to Pancada, VLR gives it to Aspas, somebody else gives it to somebody else. At least then there's like things that you can look back over history and see, oh, there was a consensus that Ye was the best player at the end of 2022.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
there
true.
wasn't a consensus at the end of Champs 2022, though, about who the best player on Loud was. Like, having these kind of awards does help
Yeah.
preserve some history as to what people actually thought. And the more the merrier, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a good thing. Now, when we do the awards, and yeah, honestly, fucked up of TenZ to do it at the same time as we're doing it. That's just like, was he not aware? Was he not aware that the end of the year is reserved for our awards? Like, you've got TMV was saying we should be doing them at the end of the season, but we don't. This is our portion of the year for doing awards. We've always done it like this. Why isn't TenZ aware of
He's not
us?
tuned in to Plat Chat. What do you mean? What do you mean he doesn't watch the show?
So instead of asking TenZ to move, we are going to move slightly, and we're going to move our awards show up a little earlier this year. So we need your help to nominate things, as we did in the previous years. I think it was only just last year, actually. We'll allow our members to nominate. We're actually just going to do it. We're going to open it to the people as well. But if you're in the members Discord, you can also nominate stuff there. But if you want to leave a comment on this YouTube video as well, then we will also take your nominations into consideration too. And the voting is going to happen next week for our big awards show. So,
See, you go.
go on.
Finish.
I was going to
Finish
say
your
who the categories are.
point. Oh, yeah. Do that first.
Okay, so the categories that we want nominations for are Team of the Year, MVP, and please put the category as well, because we might not
Don't
know what
just
the hell
write
you're
the
talking
thing,
about.
yeah.
Don't just write G2. Okay, so we want nominations for Team of the Year.
Well, now that you said that, people are just
MVP.
going to comment G2.
Oh, sorry.
Because you shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said anything.
Right.
We've
Team of
built
the
up a
year.
culture of trolling and them trolling us, Josh. We've built up this culture, and it is.
Yeah, but Brent, you shouldn't have said it because now people are gonna you've drawn even more attention to
Look,
it.
no.
Saying,
If
oh,
I
you should-
say
down.
it, oh, listen to me. We've done a lot of calls of actions. You've
Why
given us
would they
money,
listen to
members.
you?
They'll listen to me. They'll listen to me. Damn it! If they don't want to come for them, they'll listen to me. You've been subscribing. You've been giving us memberships. Don't fuck this up. We need this. We fucking need this. Don't fuck this up. Write it down. Category, team, not exactly those words, but the thing, the category, and then the player team that's going to be in it.
Oh, the category team comments. are
Don't
gonna
mess
be
this up.
crazy.
Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. We're counting on you.
Here are the
Don't fuck it up.
categories. Team of the Year, MVP, Match of the Year, Play of the Year, Best Rant.
You wanna keep going, Brent?
Worst Take of the Year, the funniest
Ooh.
Plat Chat moment. By the way, the worst take of the year does not have to be us. Funniest Plat Chat moment.
It will be.
He's trying to get himself out.
It will be us, yeah.
Worst
will be
Plat
you.
Chat guarantee. Best trash talk or pop off moment. And the biggest whiff or worst play of the year.
Biggest whiff.
Now this is the thing though, because biggest whiff, I thought that was the TenZ Awards. I just read at the bottom of the show notes here the like awards. I thought that was the TenZ one, like biggest whiff. Like the pro, let's ask the pros. What was the biggest whiff you saw this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think ours and TenZ awards are going to be slightly different. I don't think they're going to have the biggest
best
rant
rant
of the year. Yeah, yeah, I think so. But yeah, if you've got your nominations, get them in. Don't put them in the live chat for the love of God. Put them in a comment under the YouTube
in the
video.
Discord if you're in Discord.
Or in the Discord.
Yeah.
Or in the members Discord.
Members Discord.
Okay.
Or
let's
email
move on.
Kurt.
Yeah, or just yeah,
No,
sure.
I
Sure.
don't know about
Email
that.
and just send me one. Go for it.
Figure out one of our physical addresses and send us
No,
stamped
do
mail.
that. Do not dox us. Do not fucking dox us, please. This guy leaks his address like 3 times a year, and he thinks it's fair game for everybody else, man. It's unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable.
I haven't leaked my address at this new address.
Not yet.
But it was one of the main reasons I moved a year and a half ago. Okay. All right. Let's move on to a little bit of news/reporting coming out. Envy have reportedly been looking to pick up Keznit to fill the gap left by KaneZera when Kane isn't able to play because he's too young. Now, Kane is their player that's going to be turning 18, but very late on in the year. And we were talking about who plays enough stuff, who has enough talent to be able to replace somebody like Kane. And I think it was TMV, actually, who nominated Keznit. So presumably that's why they picked him up, because they were listening to Plat Chat.
Yeah, that's 2
Makes
for 2.
sense.
Bonkar with NRG, and this. We're on a roll on this show. We've got some real influence here, some real power. So, yeah, we need to be careful with what we do, and the viewers need to be careful with what they do as well, as we just heard. So, I think that this is a good move. I think, yeah, it makes sense. Like, who is the player who's aggressive enough to fill that role as well? I think that's a big thing as well, right? In terms of their play style. It's not just, there's plenty of players who can play, quite a few different duelists and whatnot, but who is actually like cracked enough and who's actually, aggressive enough to take enough duels. That's a much shorter list, I think. Keznit is probably one of the top of that list. So obviously there's a bit of a, weird thing of it'll be his first time, I think, on an English speaking roster. So we'll see how that goes. It's also just a bit of a weird move, right? Like it is one of those, like, I feel like after this year, when we think of Keznit, like in 5 years' time, this might be one of those things like, oh yeah, Keznit played for MV randomly. Remember that? Like, I do feel like it's one of them. But I think I'm excited. That's all I want from roster moves. I want to be excited. And this one makes me excited, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Historically, a fun player to watch. Frag's pretty heavy. Dude, I mean, it's one of the best, if not the best, replacement they could have got.
Yeah.
It's and then I mean, Exeter can still play Yoru. And then just go double duelist all the time.
Yeah.
Fine. Good pick.
Yeah, it's kind of sick. It feels like one of the only players that you could have picked up where it's like, it's not, I don't know, is it more exciting even than having Kane playing in Tier 1? It's like, there's something so bizarre about it that it's incredibly curious to see if the experiment works as well. But I'm thinking about the way that Keznit was playing off Dante this year, where they were playing a lot of double duelist stuff, and Dante was sending it, and then Keznit was just mopping up everybody afterwards. I think that is going to be the recipe for success here too. It is similar to the way that Envy wants to play. Like, Exeter's going to go in, take a huge amount of space, and then Keznit's going to farm. I think it should be good. And his English seems like it's a lot better. I think he's lacking confidence in his English more than anything. He doesn't tend to do very many like English interviews and stuff like that. He almost always has somebody translate for him. But from just
Kurt,
being
our
around,
language expert?
Yeah, Kurt, what's your report on Keznit's English?
Wait, why am I a language expert?
Because
Yeah,
you
you do-
always
you
say
do
like,
normally
you-
know, yeah.
You do always say, oh yeah, we've done interviews with him and his
Yeah,
English
yeah.
is good.
Yeah, on Keznit, yeah, he's shy about his English. Basically what Josh said. I think his English is great.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think it's
there we
very. I think
There
it's
we go.
very solid. I think
Language
it's very solid.
expert Kurt.
Yeah. Well, Kurt also is a polyglot. He does speak all of these languages as well. So, like, he
true.
understands very clearly the difference between
Every
these.
language?
Not everyone. I don't think. What was the language that you don't
every
speak?
language.
Oh, you recently brushed up on the Urdu, did you? I think
Yeah.
that was like a
Yeah,
missing
yeah.
spot previously, but yeah, good to see you now have every language under your belt. Yeah, this was a report from Akamaru. Who would you expect to fill the final spot left by Ion if there was going to be somebody? Which, I mean, there has to be. I don't know why I'm saying if, as if they're going to play 45.
Well, that's
Well, there was the rumor,
There
but
was
I
a
think
rumor,
this
yeah.
would
The rumor.
cause the team to combust spontaneously if this is the case. I think that unless they're going to be fueled by negging, it's just not. This is not like. I don't think it'll be a good move, but who knows? Who the fuck knows, man? Some teams are strange like that.
He was at
Well-
Red Bull Homegrounds, so
Yeah, but he wasn't playing for Envy at Red Bull Homeground.
no.
Was he with Envy or did he just turn up?
I don't think
Who
I'm
knows?
allowed to say anything.
Okay, well, there's an answer there.
Well, no,
That's an
it's-
answer.
The answer is he was actually with G2. He's going to replace Babybay.
He can frag out. Like, if you actually look at firepower, it's a scary firepower team. It's just
Yeah.
the fact that Rossi recently hasn't lasted in teams long, and it hasn't really gone well.
But
Until now.
when does Ion? What's Ion's age situation?
He's young. I think he's
16,
17.
isn't he?
Oh, is he like fully not in for next year?
I think he might have just turned 17. He's fully not in for next year, though.
Okay.
I don't know.
yeah.
Let me have a quick look on Wikipedia. But he's definitely too young to play next year.
Because I was
the whole
thinking
year.
if he comes in like halfway through the season, you don't need someone to stay on the team for that long.
Oh, he's still
Yeah,
16. He turned
Okay.
17 in
January though,
January.
coming up.
Well, yeah, coming
One
up.
more year.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it will.
it's a strange
If
spot.
you don't run, if Rossi does sign for Envy and you don't get him to do some sort of segment where he has to pick whether it's Bren or Wyatt, I'm gonna be extremely disappointed.
I mean, it could be a
That's a good
possibility.
segment. Yeah, that's a good segment.
That's a
Who
great
said this,
segment.
Bren or
We
Wyatt?
just sit
Dude.
them down and be like, Rossi, all you have to do
Who
is
is this?
pick who is Bren and who is Wyatt, and then you get to leave.
When we met Rossi in the lobby, Arton, who's been Bala, who's been super disconnected from the Valorant scene for years, he was aware of that. Fucking Rossi comes over to say hello, and he goes, "Oh, what's up, Koala Noob?" Just 10 out of 10.
Oh my God.
10 out of 10, bro. 10 out of 10. This team does have so many personalities on it now, though.
Yeah.
Keznit and
Keznit.
Rossi joining
It's just-
with Baby J.
listen,
Inspire, like, holy
maybe
fuck.
maybe they'll form diamonds from the pressure, but yeah, I don't know. It's,
Are they gonna
is
have
the
pressure?
expectation that
no,
is there
not
that
well.
much
When I say
expectation?
pressure, I
No,
mean
no.
more just like the pressure of
The pressure
personal
of the personalities.
Mm.
Yes, personal conflict sometimes can promote growth, personal growth.
Sure.
Who the fuck knows? I don't know. they might have had learning moments from this. Like, listen, I was
Yeah.
a completely different person when I was like 21 to now. But
Yeah.
it's yeah, who knows, man? This-
Everton beat Manchester United yesterday when one of their players got sent off for slapping their teammate in the face.
Sorry.
Wait, can you get sent off for that?
Yeah,
Slapped their teammate in the face.
and they won. Yeah, it was 0-0. 14 minutes in, and they won 1-0.
14 minutes.
Yeah, so they had a fight. Well, I'd say slap, like it was more of like, a bit of a push, but they got into a fight and he got sent off for a hit, like, yeah.
What
Here you go.
the hell?
Look, they had,
With his
that's
own
this actually after the
teammate.
fight, yeah. And then
Nice.
they won. This is
this
exactly what
might
Brent's
get us-
talking about.
this
I
might
mean,
get us
Kurt, this is
DCA.
risky to show, by the way.
This might get us
Oh
DCA.
yeah, that's gonna get us taken down
So-
immediately. They're so litigious about that kind of stuff, actually.
Yes, they are.
No, they're
Yeah.
on top of it. We can
But it
hold on.
proof-
Everybody
proof
get
that
a
it can
hold on.
lead to success.
Wait,
Here we go.
I was just playing FIFA. If they try and come for us, that was me playing FIFA, and we showed it on stream for 1 second. Ignore the fact that my controller's backwards. I just need to show that I'm playing with a controller.
Yes,
That's how people get around it.
We're a FIFA podcast out here.
Yes.
EG have also announced their 2026 roster. I'm a little surprised, I suppose, that they've actually locked it in right now, rather than trying to snuffle around for even more pieces of, scraps falling off the bandwagon. But they feel like they've got a really good team to work with here, I guess. And to be fair, they've got some pretty decent names here. So they've got Bao, they got Okeanos, Superman, Dijazine, and Com. And that's, I mean, there are some good names out there. Like Com coming in makes a lot of sense, working with Potter IGLing. Dijazine is clearly tier 1 capable every single time we've seen him in tier 1 and tier 2. But I think there's got to be some personality stuff or something going on in his previous teams, because they never want to stick with him for more than one season. But then, like, Okeanos had some great performances with Lev last year. I think this team's got something cooking as an upset roster.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's like the most hope we've had for EG for a little bit, for sure. It feels like an upgrade. Yeah, I'm just happy DGZin's actually got onto a team as well. Because you do watch him and you're like, my goodness, this guy's so
essentially
good.
he's just like, this guy is
so
obviously so good, yeah.
So,
Can I ask Kurt, though, again, do we have any English DGZin
not the best, though,
rumors?
right? This is what I've had.
Yeah, he doesn't speak English at all, as far as I know.
Now, I mean, if it is personality problems, though, that might be good.
I'm very excited for the
You can't understand what's going on.
They're like, wow, did you see this comment so much in Portuguese this game? He's just flaming them at the end of every round.
I'm mad excited for the team, though, because I think you've got some really good pieces being put together. And Com's returning to EG. And in the past, we don't know this for sure, but I think we know that Com, when he joins the team, he's pretty involved in terms of their defaults, their ideas that they put forwards. Like, he's quite an involved player, and he's usually willing to pull his body on a line as well to make a play for the right cause. I think that Com was actually a pretty big reason as to why EG was doing so well when they actually did end up winning in 2023. But that's with the power of hindsight now. So him rejoining, I think, is going to add that extra element, because I always felt like EG were missing that kind of strategic depth that they used to have. And they always had the personality, like Potter's ability to make the team work together, guide them through any sort of strife in terms of just, if there's issues within the team. So I think this has a recipe for being an insanely good team, like a sleeper team, is how I feel about EG right now.
Well, hold on. What is insanely good in the context of EG?
Like a top 4 team.
Holy!
Is it in Americas or the world?
Yeah, top 4 in Americas.
Okay.
Top 4 Americas is still...
Top 4 in the world.
I was just had to
Listen,
check.
top 4 in the world is...
Check. No, I had to check, dude. You never know,
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I'm pretty high up on them off of this.
And you're saying that's where their ceiling is? You're not saying that's where you expect them to be? Or are you?
Yeah, I think that's their ceiling.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'm... Okay. That's...
That being their ceiling isn't that crazy.
No. Because, like I said, I think there's a tier gap between the top 3 that we're expecting and then a middle of the pack kind of squad.
Sure.
So
but I would say it's fairly reasonable to expect one of those top 3 to not be as good as you think.
Yeah, and a couple of the middles to be up there as well, I reckon.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, Americas is exciting this year. It really is.
Yeah. Okay, cool team. Would you take JonahP? Would JonahP take it?
On EG?
JonahP?
Yeah.
Nah, he would wait, I think.
Wait it out a little?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think EG would take it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably. I think so. All right, let's go on to some EMEA roster news as well. Gen.Mates have officially announced their roster. We've known about this one for quite a while, I think, but mostly in the forms of reporting and rumors, that kind of stuff. So Gen.Mates have revealed the 2026 roster. It is, and they've actually been playing recently too. They actually lost a game, I think, but I've been following the tournament super well. But they have Starkzo, they have Beepo, Mini, Martine, and Glyph. So a collection of, 2 people who are known for playing Duelist, Mini who's known for playing Sentinel, but dude, Bonkar threw me for a loop, man, because I thought that Bonkar had leaked that Mini was playing Duelist against
I think
him
he
in
misspoke,
scrims.
right?
Yeah, I think he must have just misspoke or something, because I was looking at their games afterwards, and Dude, I was kind of feeling it. Like, I could see the mini pivot to duelist. I think he's skilled enough. But in the recent matches that they've, the match, I think, that they've played against CGN Esports, Mini was still on Sentinel. So, yeah, it looks like the team that they're running with is like Martin Flex, Beepo Duelist, and then Glyph, Starzo, Mini playing the roles that you would expect them to play. Glyph on Smokes, Mini on Senti.
Yeah, I think it's another upset team. It might even be very similar to what we're like expectations of EG. I would say firepower is good. I'm excited for Martin again because I would say underperformed this year, but maybe it's like a 1 year on, 1 year off kind of vibe with him. He's due an Onya, and I reckon he's gonna be good. And he can just play Perma Yora if they want.
See, it's interesting because Beepo first got on my radar because he played for a team called GMT in the 2023 Italian League, and they played fucking Yoru all the time. And I was just like, this is before Yoru was like, meta really at all. He was just fucking playing every fucking map. And I was like, who's this team that's just playing Yoru all the time? I thought it was so cool. So, I mean, they've got 2 players. They better hope that Yoru doesn't get nerfed, which he will. But they've got 2 players who can do it. So it will be interesting to see. I mean, it looks like from there, yeah, Martin will probably play Yoru and people will probably play the other duelists. I think, some people will bring up Starkso, but Starkso was like the highest rated player in Ascension for EMEA. Despite being on a team that had subs, right? So I like Starkso. I think he's a fun personality to have in the scene as well. So yeah, I'm kind of down with this team. Yeah, it's a bit more of an upset team. I'm not like expecting the world for them, but I think that they could be interesting. And of course, they're now a fully partnered team as well, not just that little Ascension team anymore.
Yeah. So tell me though, what you most know about GentleMates.
That they can't close out.
I hate their logo.
They can't close out games.
Oh.
We're watching the final map here of the only game that they've played with this new roster.
Mm-hmm.
And we're watching the final round of the first half where, they're 7-4 up. They're about to close this one out, and it's about to be an 8-4 half, which they then win the pistol afterwards. So then it's a 9-4 lead that they've got.
Right.
And they proceeded to lose every single round after that, apart from one, and lose the game. So I'm not saying that the curse of Gentlemates is haunting this version of the roster as well. It's far too early to make that claim.
For sure.
But I am saying that I kind of hope it is, because it's funny.
No, it is. It is fun to watch. Yeah, it really is. They got some. Well, more experienced players, but it's only really Starks though.
Yeah. I mean,
Martin to an extent.
Martin is a bit more experienced now than those other previous Gentlemates players, but they don't have a huge amount more experience.
No.
God,
Dude,
it's
the first game when they get to 12 is going to be so exciting.
It's cinema.
It's going to be so exciting.
Yeah, it really is. All right, let's move on from Gentlemates. So let's talk about Vitality. Vitality have also officially announced their roster at this point, picking up Jamppi and PROFEK to complete the roster. They've also officially announced Pal and Scott as well. These are all moves that we knew were coming. They've basically pillaged FNATIC. It's a blend of FNATIC and BBL, essentially, is what you've got with this version of Vitality. Even the Vitality players are like old FNATIC players anyway. So Durka Chronicle and even Sayonara, who at one point was playing for FNATIC.
Yeah,
Dude,
look
look
like
at
all
the
gamers out here.
Staff! What the hell?
all
This
gamers.
is-
That's
this
crazy.
This is not real.
Oh well, Faded is inactive. Some of the people are still on here, even though they're
Yeah.
not. I
Yeah.
guess officially with the team, but
You could
Yeah.
play 5-a-side. You could play more than that, actually. Probably. I didn't count
played
you out,
11
but-
aside.
but
We've got a
there.
full squad.
yes.
That's just, that is so many people on the screen. I don't think I've ever seen as many people on a BLR page.
Got a team of 16.
So is the idea here that Safe is going to be filling in for Sayonara before he's turning 18?
Based solely off this
knowledge?
VLR page and him being sub and the others being inactive? Yes.
Because I think they said that they were
Sure.
keeping him, though, weren't they?
Did they?
Is this source it came to me in a dream?
It's
I thought they said
dreams
that-
again.
I haven't seen this one.
Oh, well, dude, I might actually just be lying. But again, can you lie if you don't know what the truth is?
and I don't
That's
have an
true,
answer
yeah.
for you. I thought about it
Oh.
long and hard.
You pondered it.
And I pondered it, and I don't really have an answer for you. People lie all the time, though, whether they know it's the truth or not.
Well, here's another one for you, Bren.
Yeah.
Does lying require intent?
No.
All right, we'll leave that with him.
Right, Jesus.
You didn't need to leave it with me. I didn't need to think of it. very
No,
long.
you didn't need to think about that one.
No.
You're not convinced. Lying doesn't
No.
require
Some
intent?
people are so convinced of themselves that they will just lie without realizing. They'll think it's the truth.
It happens.
They'll
Yeah,
convince
what if you
themselves that
believe it's the
truthful.
truth, but it's
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
Happens
Well,
all
that's
the
what I'm
time.
saying. Is it a lie? Is it a lie? But here we may be just waffling about semantics.
I think they'll pick someone else up as a sub.
The shoemaker
You
makes
reckon?
the most handsomest
Yeah.
shoe with the best leather available. That was
I think
Aristotle.
end the show right there.
that was Aristotle.
Okay, so we've known about this Vitality Rush for a while. We've already talked about it to death, so I don't think we need to go too much further. TMV, am I right in thinking that you recently answered a question saying that Vitality were the team that you thought had won the off-season?
Sounds
Maybe
like
I'm
something
thinking
you'd-
of somebody else.
No, that sounds
Can
like
you
something you'd
lie if
say.
you don't know the answer? Well, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't remember saying this? Okay, maybe I'm mixing it up with somebody else. That's fine.
I think you're mixing up with what they said. they tweeted
Yeah,
out
maybe.
saying we
Yeah,
won
they
the off
tweeted that.
season.
Very
Like,
possible.
TMV. So
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I quoted them saying that.
Okay, let's move on and talk about some game changer stuff. Though we've already talked Team
Fantastic.
Vitality to death, man. We
Yeah,
can talk about them
fuck
when they play a game, like when they actually say who
Yeah,
their sub
show us
is,
something.
or yeah, exactly. Show us some game footage. In the meantime, let's talk Game Changers. Game Changers Championships is happening at the moment in South Korea. And we've had quite a lot of the matches played already, but a lot of them have been pretty one-sided.
yeah.
TMV didn't catch the first day, but was watching the rest. Sliggy did catch the first day. Sliggy, run us through what happened in the first day of those games, because it was
First
a big
day?
win for Nova.
Yeah, big win for Nova. They honestly just look like the better team. I would say that Ninetales crumbled a little bit. It was one of those games where they just weren't using their ults great as well. Like there were so many rounds where they would do stuff before they had plans of ults. So it was a little rough to watch. But Nova looked really good. Nova actually, that's like the first Chinese female team to win a map as well. And obviously they got a 2-0. That was pretty good. Nova, I think, were underdogs for most people just purely because of the China history. They look very good. And then we had MIBR against Giants. And I mean, MIBR are pretty good for sure. So, and I think Giants, obviously, it kind of, the way they would sum up Giants is they just had less time and it showed. Because in their second game, they ended up playing the 2 new maps that obviously came in, which is a bit bad from them in terms of vetoing, but they had to play Split and Pearl, and they got 8 rounds together. So yeah, it's a little bit rough for them. I think it was a time difference, but yeah, dude, this tournament's been pretty fun. But I will say it feels with a couple of upsets there, but it still kind of looks like there's the top 4 teams, and then there's a bit of a gap. And then maybe I would put K-Corp somewhere in that gap because they actually look pretty good. But I couldn't work out if it was Zipto looking rough. The Pacific teams took a hit this year. They don't look great.
Yeah, that I think was the biggest disappointment for me with Zipto,
Yeah.
because like last year's Zipto team was kind of crazy and cooking, and like it was like exactly what you want for this kind of tournament, right? Because they were very Pacific as well. They were very aggressive and very crazy, and it was like, you know, a perfect. It was like, you know, going back in time and like first seeing Paper Rex play. You know, it was like, oh, this is cool. But then this year, and the thing is as well with Zipto, like they beat like Team Falcons, who had, you know, some of those players from last year,
right?
and had Mary as well. And so I was like, okay, well, this team had beaten Ninetales multiple times as well, and beaten Team Falcons. Like, okay, they must be pretty good, is what I was thinking. And then yeah, they were just kind of disappointing throughout. And as you go on,
I was preying on Ninetales' downfall.
Why?
Big time,
Why?
man. Big time. But it's purely because of the shit talk that was going on. When I saw that it was in
They
this
were
game,
shit
right?
talking.
It was in this game
Well,
where
that's
one of the
fine,
players
whatever.
on the other side was crying after the map. And it was like the taunts were coming out. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people like that shit but I just like respectfulness. I like sportsmanship. I like that. I like those are traits that I respect quite a
you
lot.
trying to recreate that tweet about Demon One?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. It's nice that people do stuff like this because then it gave me a reason to, like, it gave me incentive to cheer against them. Do you know what I mean? That's what the game's about.
Sure.
What
Yeah.
esports is about is
You
that
started picking a side because of it.
exactly. I picked a side because of it. But my God, was I praying on their downfall? Because I was like, you haven't achieved anything. You can't be doing this. Demon 1 was standing on desks because he was like winning shit. But you're in the lower bracket of this event, in the first round of the lower bracket against, it ticked me off. It ticked me off when I was watching it. And so then I was cheering for MIBR, and MIBR are super good. And then they crushed them. So there you go.
Cheering for MIBR to beat Ninetales in a
That
13-5,
underdog.
13-4.
Oh no, I was living.
Just every round.
I was actually living, man. I was living this game. I was absolutely living. So I was like, listen, that's what you get. You can't. You're given all that. You can taunt as much as you want. But again, like I said, it's nice that people do this because then it gave me a reason it gave me investment into the game. And I was cheering on MIBR as a result of it. But my God, was I cheering? I was.
We need more villains, I think, in general in Valorant.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
There's not enough villains.
I think part of the problem with being a villain is that a lot of people know, like, you mix around teams quite a lot, and a lot of people know each other personally too. I don't know, like, I feel like Inspire's got what it takes to be a villain, man, in the tier 1 scene, but I don't think he's going to lean into that direction. But yeah, it's a tough sell for people when so much.
But you don't need to be a villain all the time. You could be a villain some of the time. Like if you're an EMEA team and you're going to Masters Toronto or someone in North America, and you come out with a shirt that says NA sucks on it, you're going to be a villain, and everyone knows that it's a joke, and everyone knows it's funny. But that's the kind of stuff that we need more of.
Everyone knows it's a joke, apart from the 50 people in your DMs saying they're going to kill you.
Well, you got to be able to deal with that if you're a villain. You have to be a certain kind of character to be a villain. I'm not saying it's easy.
Not really selling it.
I'm not saying it's easy.
Not selling it well.
You have to tank insane mental damage.
Don't read them. Just get off social media. If you don't have social media, being a villain, that's the place to be.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, I mean, that's true. That's true. Except most of the villains are on social media these days, I think. So that's
true.
That's part of the problem. To focus back in on the game changers stuff that's been happening, though, I feel like I was looking forward to the MIBR game against Shopify too, because of all of the upper quarterfinal games, that one, now I'm pretty unqualified to comment, but that one on paper to me looked like it was going to be a good game. In reality, it was not a good game,
I think
really.
Depends how you look at it.
When I was watching it, it felt like... So I watched it retroactively, like from watching MIBR in the lowers first, and then I went back and watched it yesterday, the upper game, and it definitely felt like MIBR were nervous against Shopify in that first map. I felt like there was a lot of mistakes, players out in the open where they shouldn't have been, overthinking situations. Great game by Shopify Rebellion, don't get me wrong. They absolutely fucking worked them on Pearl in terms of the pushing and pulling. But they didn't... I don't think MIBR played up to the same level like they did now that they're in the lower bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Especially like clutch situations. Clutch situations were wild. There's some rough rounds in there that they lost. Like 1v3s, 2v4s, every even 1v1, 1v2.
Start of the rounds didn't matter. It did not matter.
Yeah, it came down a lot to that. But it was fun to watch it. It at least made me super confident in Shopify. They make the KO look really good. Alexis's flashes pretty much get 2 kills every flash. It's crazy.
And Neuer is just insane.
Neuer just wins every clash.
Different level. Insane.
Are they clear favorites to simply sweep away the entire thing at this point, or is that too early to say?
I wouldn't say clear, but I would say favorites.
Yeah,
just because Liquid actually look pretty good. Ignore the.
and I would also say to what we're saying as well, like, it wasn't like this game was. I mean, they had some very good rounds in there, but it wasn't like it was a complete destruction start to finish. It was every round was flawless. There was a gigantic tier gap. There was a lot of situations that MIBR could have won, but didn't. And maybe on a different day, they or some other team that, is also pretty good, maybe could overcome it. But yeah, SR, I mean, they're favorites for a reason. They are very good. And
they're drilled.
Our favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, they look the most like team orientated. They just, everything makes sense when I watch.
Also, I can't remember what round it is, but Mel had a fucking sick call on Pearl.
Triple fake.
With the triple fake.
Triple fake.
It was an unbelievable round.
Yeah,
There
it's
was
so cool to watch.
there was not this round. It was another round where they had a cosmic divide.
Yeah, it was so,
There might
so
be
cool.
ours cosmic divide to try and
They,
push
they
them up.
Mel made a TikTok, I think, or at least a tweet with a YouTube short of it showing the comms. Pretty cool.
Oh, showing the comms of it as
yeah,
well.
you should check it out. It's
Oh
cool.
well, that's very cool. That's very cool. All right, we'll put our best people on trying to find this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll grab it after this.
I retweeted it
This is
as
really
well.
clutch.
I think.
Oh, even
Yeah.
better.
Oh, this is the.
This is the clutch
Okay,
right
yeah.
here.
Dude, this is crazy. This is what I'm talking about. 2v4s, 1v into
Mhm.
1v3s. This molly's, it's very nicely placed because it's obviously behind, but you got to get off that spike and shoot that molly. You really do.
Yeah, that's a pretty big error.
God damn. I've been
Yeah,
enjoying
so-
watching it though, catching up on Game Changers. I just wish it was not at 2 a.m. As I've been going to bed
Yeah,
at
that's rough.
10 p.m. and waking up at like 6 a.m. So it's like I've been exactly missing. And every time I've tried to stay up, I've realized that I'm old and incapable of doing it. So I get too tired. But I've been catching up on the games and enjoying them a lot. It's been
I
very
think
good
the old-
competition.
The game chat, like, it reminds me of like the 2021 VCT tournaments. You know, where there does still feel like a region, like regions matter. You know, like we go to a tournament these days. It's like
yeah.
regions don't matter, right? Like anyone of the teams could be good and or be bad at an international. But in Game Changers, it does feel more like the regions do matter a
Yeah,
bit
for
more.
sure. Yeah, I can agree with that.
What would you say that it's gonna? Does
Oh,
it seem likely to follow the same pathway then, where the Pacific Chinese teams, for example, need a couple years but will eventually
But
catch up?
Yeah.
Maybe, but the problem is that they don't get as much exposure to playing against other teams who are already good. If you
I
get
see,
what I mean.
because there's only one international.
There's only
event a
one
year
international,
versus
yeah.
having three. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean,
maybe
China.
it might take a bit longer. China, I would expect to, just because it's China.
Yeah.
Well,
China.
also China and VCT didn't even
Huge
have that for a long time. I mean, a lot of the,
Yeah.
you know, the EDG went to champs in 2022, and then what?
Them and
they
FPX went to
yeah, they
kickoff,
went to
yeah.
a few events in 2023 as well, but it's not like a lot of the teams ended up attending. I was looking at are there different levels of investment in the Game Changer scene based on the region as well? Because I was the reason that I asked this question is because that could also be a really big deciding factor as to whether or not other regions do end up like catching up over the long run. And I was just having a little glance at the Game Changers China teams, and there's a lot of teams that look like they could be orgs, but I haven't heard of them, partly because I'm not like big into like Chinese esports, and they haven't been updated on VLR with all of the, you know, logo and stuff like that. So I don't know if these are like mixed teams or if they are like orgs with a huge amount of backing. But if we don't know, then we don't know.
Yeah,
That's
I don't really know.
investigation for another time, perhaps.
We'll get our best people on it.
yeah. Is this the round
it
to have a
is,
look
I
at?
think this is the clip. Yeah.
It's like
All
the
right, let's have a
Arcane
look.
intro.
Yeah.
This was a nice round. It's probably my favorite round so far in Game Changers. Dude, I would love to hear the comms for that round.
I'm stunned. New secret. Hit. Okay, I'm holding out. Go hard. Leave. Now we leave. I'm getting my orb. No, we're leaving. They know we're leaving. Come with me. Do we see Relay? Hey guys, freeze. Mid round again. Leave Nipple here. Leave Nipple inserted. Can you come back towards mid, Sarah? We're gonna end it.
They're gonna go back. Ooh.
Ankle's
Okay.
broken. They have nowhere really to go at this point. 40 seconds
And they
left
could have
on
had
the
a
clock.
lock
Now
that was
Ooh.
taking space over towards
Ooh.
A, so they can't really push past this line without it being risky.
Two leaving. We can fake this again, bro. I don't actually. 20 seconds. We fake it again. I'm guarding pin. I'm knife out. Yeah. Legit knife out. Yeah. They land audio. I hit a button. Run it. Walk on space. Take your space, Nicole. I'm rotating right now. I have to knife out my plant.
And this time they actually had the luck taking space over towards B. My goodness. This is Killjoy ult.
One more kid, yo, chill now. Okay, chilling. It's
Oh,
they
it's
have
so
backhaul,
good.
guys. They have smokes. Play heavy backhaul. I have
They used a lot of util. They have a
backhaul.
big
You bait me. Someone.
One CT scare. Molly's for a second. Can you hold contact that one with him, Molly's?
Yeah, that's fine. One heaven.
Two heaven. They have flat smoke.
Go as long as possible. Nanos first.
Was coming out lower.
Come, Molly.
That's pretty much it. Lose back
Yeah.
to 3 kills.
Yeah.
They cooked.
That's
Oh,
a
they
sick
cooked,
round.
I'm afraid.
Dude,
The chat call by Mel. We're faking this again, I don't care. Knife out, LAN audio. Actual fucking.
No, that's a great
my
call.
God,
That's a great
Such
call.
a good call.
Yeah.
Holy.
Especially considering
That's
that
sick.
it's like game changers, and they're not going to be as familiar with playing on LAN like a lot of the players at the event. That's such a good thing to remind people of, I think. Dude, the interslicing of Sliggy's reaction to it is really funny. They cooked with that editing. That's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
That's what we need for the Plat Chat shorts.
Yeah.
I
exactly.
see. Reactions from us on the show, reacting to it.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
do you
actually,
mean?
yeah, Kurt. This is what we should do for next week.
Here we go.
Get the shorts up. Get someone to send you some shorts of Plat Chat,
And
and
then we
we'll
have to rate
react to the
them.
shorts and then make shorts of those.
Oh, okay, I see. I thought we were gonna rate them live on show. Oh,
An
yeah.
infinite
do it,
recursion
yeah.
loop of us reacting. So the
Exactly.
week after, we'll react to the reactions of the shorts.
Exactly,
And then,
yeah.
And then eventually, it'll just be a tiny little short in the middle of the screen. And all of our reactions.
And it's
All right.
awards, best short.
Let's preview some of the upcoming games, shall we? They're not going to be official VLR pick'ems because we've missed the window for that, obviously. But we're going to show the bracket. We're going to talk through some of the games, and we're going to talk about who we expect to be winning the thing as well. Would you agree that we're starting to get into the portion of the tournament where the games should get a lot closer?
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
We're getting there. There still might be a couple of one-sided games, but we're pretty much there.
So if you haven't tuned
Worried
in
about
yet,
Shopify, but yeah,
now's the
everyone else.
time. You're worried about Shopify in the sense that they might just blow people out.
Yes.
Really?
Well, that could happen.
Yeah.
I'm not. It could happen. Everyone else I expect to be pretty close, but if they play at their best, I think.
Okay, so
They could
Shopify
blow.
versus Carmen Corp. Expecting Shopify to be able to get the win here, I would imagine, for everybody.
Yeah.
But what is the tier gap here? Like, what is the expected result? A 2-0, a clean 2-0, a dominant 2-0, 2-1? Like, what are we feeling?
I can see a 2-1. I think if we have the four teams at the top, in my opinion, G2, MIBR, Liquid, and Shopify, I would say the K-Corp are fifth, and I don't really know where to place them. They could be like with the top four, or they could be in like their own little, on their own, to be honest, with like Crew Blaze kind of close. So I think a 2-1 here. I could understand a 2-1. I was impressed with how they played. They actually played way better than I thought they were going to be playing.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're competitive. I'm not fully sure on this. They feel a little bit up and down. So we'll have to see. But yeah, so I could see a 2-1, but I could also definitely see a 2-0 for this one. But yeah, I think SR should win.
Yeah,
I'd be surprised if KC won.
Okay. And then on the other side of things, with G2 goes and playing against Team Liquid in the upper bracket.
Banger game.
Now,
This is
one-
more of an even, who knows who's going to win kind of vibe?
Yeah. From what I've seen, I would say Liquid, but it's close. Like,
That's
really
just based
close.
on the one game that they've played in the tournament, or from what you've seen playing in regionally as well.
Just the game.
Right.
I thought Liquid looked really together.
Yeah,
Did a lot of new stuff.
I'd agree with that. I would favor Liquid in that matchup.
So what are we going for? A 2-1 for Liquid, something like that?
Yeah, I could get on board with a 2-1 here.
I would
And
pick
then-
G2 just to be different because it's close.
Yeah.
But you would
someone's
get
gotta do it.
outvoted, and therefore
Well,
you
if
would
you
be
want to vote
left
for
alone.
Team Liquid Brazil, then you can.
I'm going to go with you.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so if we set
Team
up for a
Liquid
Shopify Liquid upper final, is it still the case where, I mean, again, we'd be basing this based off the matches that would have happened, but if we were acting as if it was a pick'em, is Shopify just favored to go all the way to the finals and
I
win
think
it?
Shopify are favorite.
I don't know about win it. Not
What,
that
you-
they're not capable of winning, but MIB are going to win.
Do you guys want to do bold
You think they're
predictions?
gonna-
We got them.
Oh yeah, no,
predictions?
get 'em up.
let's do the bold. Let's do the bold predictions before we get to it. Yeah, for sure.
Sounds like Brand might have saved us, eh?
Why?
Oh,
Ooh, okay,
okay.
yeah,
What?
that's nice.
Okay, we would have been a bit different.
2 for
We
Shopify
would've
for
been.
any audio listeners. Myself and Slicky going for Shopify Rebellion. Bren going for MIBR and TMV going for G2. So we were just talking about G2 versus Liquid in the upper bracket. TMV. Why do you think G2?
Well, I made the pred that G2 would win this tournament before the tournament, so I'm just sticking with it. I actually don't feel as confident now as I did back then.
Okay, yeah.
But do they still have a chance? Yes. But they need, I think, like probably Vanya to be playing at like an absolute best, I would say, to be able to win it for sure. I think they're gonna need to kind of, individually, I think, play quite well, because I still think they've got like the team structure and they've got, you know, enough kind of cohesiveness. But I think when you're to beat, particularly like, I mean, the three most likely teams that they're gonna have to beat to get there, like Liquid, MIBR, and Shopify, like they can all aim, like aim, like they're very good. So they're gonna need to individually, I think, be on kind of white hot form. But you know, it could happen. Stranger things have happened. Lock it in. It's happening.
Lock it in.
I originally went for a punt for MIBR as well, Brent. But
You did?
well, that was at the very beginning of the tournament, and now I'm not.
Well, hold on,
pivoted.
okay, well let me sell you on why it's more of a reality now.
Okay.
Because
Go on.
they will play against currently the loser of what, G2 versus Team Liquid, I'm pretty sure. Right?
I think
Yes,
that's how the
I think it
bracket
flips,
works.
yeah.
That's how it'll work.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
If they win that game, I think that they should make it to the finals.
I think whoever would win that game would be favored in the next one as well. So that I do agree that
They would at least make it to the lower
the
final.
lower
line of
finals
logic.
should be a path for them. Yes,
I think that's the win con. The next game is the big one. But I was just watching them and I was mad impressed with their aim. I think that they have really, really great ideas on certain maps. Their split is phenomenal, to be honest, when I was watching it. Like really nice defensive, active ideas when they want to fight as the barriers go down. Just in general, their retake protocols as well, making sure to take stuff together. I thought they played lights out. So I think that matchup coming up, whoever they end up playing against, whoever loses that game between G2 and Team Liquid, if they end up winning that, they absolutely can go all the way. That's my take on it.
Okay. Let's talk now back to the bracket, if we could, Kurt. If we could just take a look at the lower bracket, because Bren's set us up very nicely for that. So we've got the loser of G2 goes in versus Liquid. Like in our pick'ems, I guess that would be G2 then going down to play against Crew Blaze. How good are the team? Like how good is Crew a team that we should be paying attention to as well?
Yeah.
We should. They're like more of a Crew team than the previous main crew. team.
Yeah, that's a good way
When I
of putting
watch
it.
them play,
They are,
it's
yeah.
actually, they are so fun to watch because they're crazy with the plays they're taking. They really do embody like that LATAM aggression sometimes with the way that they play.
They're kind of smart though with some of their stuff. There was one round that really impressed me. I don't know if they came up with it or if they stole it from a team. You know you're on Haven. You know the Viper wall, the standard Viper wall that you would cut off angles from short and long. They fade tether in front of it. They TP onto the box close, and then you would see the lines of the tether through the wall, and you know where to spam. Like they got some cool stuff. They really do, and I think like their aimers. I like what they bring into this tournament. I think I don't know. I kind of underestimated them a little bit. They look really cool, but they're a little bit crazy.
Do they have a chance of being able to upset like a G2 or a Liquid?
Yeah,
They
I think
drop
so.
down?
I think so.
I think they're one of those teams that probably like peaks out like lower final, like third. Like I think that might be their peak necessarily, but like, yeah, they can. They're a team that could get there. It wouldn't shock me.
I'm trolling as well. I'm setting this up as if it's going to be Crew against the loser of G2 Liquid, but the
No, they would
bracket
play
flips at
KC.
that point.
Probably
so,
KC.
so they'd probably be playing
Which is
against
gonna be a
KC. Is that more of like an
sick
even game then?
Yeah, I have that as
That's
an even game.
even-ish,
Yeah, I have that as an even. Maybe slight favorites with Keiko, but dude, it's so hard to tell. I've only watched one game, so I can't like confidently say it. And they played against a team that was scrambling a bit, but they look good. So
Yeah. Okay. So good games going on. So let's say who would you have going through that kind of game? KC versus Crew.
if I had to guess, I would say, dude, I wish Keiko could. I honestly wouldn't be able to do this until I see that game. But if I had to guess now, I'd say Keiko.
Okay.
Fuck it, I'm gonna say Crew.
Bran?
Vamos.
Okay.
I'm Vamosing.
All right. Would you agree with Bren, though, that MIBR are going to escape from that low bracket game as well? Are we going to get the MIBR
Well, I don't,
versus
'cause I have
Crew
G2 winning.
low bracket? You have G2 winning, though, in the uppers. So you would have
True,
Liquid dropping
true.
down there.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
then-
Perhaps they could. I'm just picturing though that Bren was just fucking hate watching Ninetales so hard that he's watching MIBR win. He's like, fucking get in! And now he loves this team
Now he's
because he just
dead.
hate watching Ninetales.
I mean, that's part of it. I'm just rooting for them to go all the way now. That is part of it. But yeah, they are a really good team. It's not unfounded. It's
No.
yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, I mean,
Just lock it in. MIBR.
Just lock in MIBR,
All right,
go on, whatever.
go on then. MIBR Crew, taking MIBR there.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
All right. And then that would be Liquid MIBR in the lower finals would be
Banger
our
game.
pick'ems.
Tough.
I would go with Liquid from what I've seen.
I'll side
Hey.
with Bren for the fun side of it.
You signed him with me for MIBR? Okay.
God, why is the camera on me for so long? I've got so much liquid
link.
stuff around me that I just lose. It just doesn't work when I say liquid and you just hover on me for 20 seconds.
The last time they played, it was a 3-2
Oh, it was a
win
crazy
for
game.
Liquid, and it was included a 23-21 Abyss, which we were talking about a couple of weeks ago on Plat Chat. Dude, that's fucking nuts. Yeah, that would be a sick lower bracket final.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that MIB had so much less time because they had to play last chance qualifier as well. So Liquid should be the favorites. But MIB have a nice map pool. Their Abyss looks good.
Okay. Well, that does it for our episode this week. There's plenty of other rumors circulating around the place as to other roster moves, but we'll get to those in the next week, whilst also recapping the end of Game Changers Champs too. So it only leaves us to end episode 242 with the most important segment every week. It's Wyatt's Weekly Award. Of course it is.
Hold on. It's Wyatt's Weekly Award.
Westlake Youth Soccer, the team actually replacing Wolverhampton
Wolves.
Wanderers
Yeah.
in the Premier League. Now, in the spirit of Game Changers, I feel like the most appropriate thing would be to give Mimi and Ender their first ever Wyatt's Weekly Award. I can't believe that, actually, that Mimi's never won a Wyatt's Weekly Award as well. But they also had a blazing good grand finals cast while doing Red Bull Homeground, while doing the desk segments at the same time, whilst also,
Fuck
now
were you doing?
immediately. Well, dude,
Taking the day off.
yeah, I was taking the day off. I was on the Plat Chat co-stream. I was having a chill old time of things. Didn't you see? We started the episode with me wandering around New York, watching the rats fight over pizza in the subways. So that would be the most appropriate thing to do. Would be to give it to Mimi, maybe Mimi and Ender. First ever Wyatt's Weekly Award. But you know me. I'm not about that. I'm not about
He
that.
hates the women.
No, that's not the reason. No, that's not the reason. That's not the reason. But I do think it's funny to continue narratives, and I do think it's funny to have Mimi having never won a Wyatt's Weekly Award. So instead, I'm going to give it to this cute fox. The Nongshim Red Force mascot, Neoguri, has
Don't say
officially
Neoguri.
joined. Is it not? What is it?
No goody.
Noguri. Sorry. White man mispronouncing things horribly.
That's the brand. That's the thing I showed you.
Oh, that's the
that's the-
name of the. I don't eat the ramen.
I'm
I don't
getting
know,
it. Give
bro.
me 1 second.
I don't know. Anyway,
I-
we're giving it to this cute ass mascot for. This is essentially Chobra's replacement, as I understand it. They decided they didn't need a human to co-stream, and instead they're gonna have this cute mascot fox to co-stream all of their games instead. A long-standing charm is what they've said about. Yeah, again, what better to replace Chobra? Long-standing charm,
yeah,
savory
Holy
flavor.
Noguri on top.
Goodness.
Noguri on top, man. They don't need the Wyatt's Weekly Award. They don't need it. It's a fucking waste to give them the Wyatt's Weekly Award. They get the Lifetime Award. They get the Lifetime Award. Okay.
Ren brings you 13 kilograms of Noguri.
Is the mascot on there?
I don't know.
Surely.
I don't see it. We're not sponsored, by the way, but if you would like to sponsor us, I guess we'll talk about you more
Bren
often.
is apparently.
I think it's the other way around. I think they're sponsored by Bren. I think Bren has been giving money to the company at vast rate.
We don't need to give them the award. They don't need
Yeah,
it.
So
but
you would
have
rather
to
give it to
understand,
Mimi?
Bren, Sideshow either has to give the award to them or a woman, and he's made his choice very clear.
No,
I'd rather give it to a company mascot.
that replaced Chobra. It's funny.
Yeah.
So maybe Mimi can win the award next week anyway, but the winner of Wyatt's Weekly Award for episode 242 is not the deserving Mimi or indeed even Ender. It's going to be the mascot for Nongshim Red Force. So there you have it. There you have it. Maybe someone else should host the show and then they can give out the awards. That does it for our episode, though. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Hit us up with comments about teams or players or whatever that you want to nominate for our awards next week.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
Think about what Bren said. Do not
mess it up.
Mess this up. And we'll see you next week for the awards show. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.